Did that say slime cummy? Weird. Welcome to the Lack of Thought podcast, where we put thought into not thinking. So there's that. That's all I have.
You're
Thanks,
the host.
you guys. Good night. Oh, I'm the host?
What?
This
You're one
is
of them.
shitty. So,
This is Bryon, by the way.
yeah. Hey, you guys. So, my name's Bryon. I've been doing the garage sessions for the last 2 years, which is where we met these guys and
Gonna
decided
drag
we
that
wanted
through
to
the
do this.
mud.
Yeah, garage sessions. All 4 of you guys that really enjoyed it. You're probably not going to like this. So maybe 2 of you guys will convert over and think we're funny. There's that.
All right.
So
What's going on, guys? I'm JD. I'm just another guy.
Dan,
I'm just another guy also named Dan.
your name Dan. That's Dan.
Indeed.
See-
And I'm Mike over here. I have a different camera because I'm cool. So. All right. Who wants to start?
I almost fell out of my chair.
Who-
So when you switched over to Dan, I instantly thought about what we were talking about earlier with having the.
We're just looking off into space.
We were like, let's let Dan get so baked that it'll be awesome to just have weird noises playing. Like camera will pan to him, and immediately it's just like, the music from what is it? The
Cowboy shows or whatever.
yeah.
Hey, Chief
Quick
DeLorean's
and the Dead.
in the house. What's up, Chief DeLorean?
What's up,
Y'all
Chief?
caught me on my 24-hour shift.
Let's go.
Nice. Well, this'll make it fucking more painstaking. So
At
welcome.
least it'll make it longer.
yeah.
It won't actually make it shorter. So.
Hey, if there's 2 things in your life that make you want to, bang your head against a desk, it's 24-hour shift and our podcast. Welcome.
All right, JD, you want to get us started?
Hey, what's up, guys?
He doesn't have anything to say.
I'm just kidding. Lack of Thought podcast, of course. Interesting topics going on today. We got a lot of good news coming up. Well, I should say a lot of improvisation.
Mike's voice makes me want to just blow my fucking brains straight out of the back of my head.
How about my
Not-
face? Does that help too?
So we all collectively thought about coming up with that's funny. We all thought of collectively coming up with like short films and stuff like that, and I think this is brought to you by Bryon and Mike, where they want to create some short films.
Well, Nate has a different schedule, and he kind of sucks anyway, so we went ahead and added other people to it to get rid of Nate.
Look,
So-
man, if you're looking for guys to fuck each other, this is the wrong podcast. I mean, I do have like 2 twisted teas in me right now, so it might happen, but it's probably not going to happen. But if Nate was here, it'd happen.
It would definitely happen.
It would happen.
Oh. Nothing to add to that, JD? No?
Well, what you can't see underneath the table never happened. So
Not what I heard. I bet JD goes every way possible. Damn.
Well, wouldn't you like to see it?
Considering Rigel is probably Nate.
Here pretty soon. Hopefully, if we get more followers, it'll be $4.99, and then we'll be what do they call that? Walled
I
content.
bet JD goes every way possible.
Now, are you speaking from personal experience? Because it kind of sounds like it.
Or he just wakes up in his dream and he goes, JD. He just hot sweats.
Oh, that dude, you accidentally put N instead of a G. Yeah.
Oh man.
So interesting news. Appeals court block Biden's student debt cancellation plan. So after all those people who had student loans accumulated, well, guess what? You still have loans accumulated because that shit ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Look who's fucking stupid now. College
Trying to
guy.
make up his own fucking laws. And,
Well, it's a good thing voting isn't for another fucking month, right?
It's just like that oil thing went really well with the Saudis, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's
Or
awesome.
like the pot smoking bill. Trying to unschedule that one from the FBI without talking to them first. Like, we never said that.
Abolish the alphabet. Abolish the alphabet. And I don't care if I'm on a list.
He's
ATF,
not talking about the soup
CIA,
either.
FBI. Goodbye.
So this is a weird thing. Any of you guys ever been on a channel where you know that you're being listened to?
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah. No. I'm talking about you're on a phone call with a friend who maybe you got into some stuff with, and you know that it's being listened in on. You can tell. Like,
Yeah, you're like,
Absolutely. We used to have a party line on our phone when I was a kid.
I've
Yeah.
never experienced that.
We were experts at spying on them people.
yeah.
A party line. Explain more, Dan.
Everybody shares the same telephone line. Well, not everybody, but like 10 people.
All right, you got to pull the mic a little bit closer to yourself.
I said everyone shares the same phone line, like 10 people scattered around the neighborhood, whatever.
Whoa, a four-way? Damn,
And
you
if I
guys
pick
couldn't
up-
wait for me.
And don't get the dial tone, it's usually somebody talking.
Yeah, you could listen to them.
Then they say, hang up. And so you act like you hang up, and then you very using techniques that I can't divulge.
In technology that's not
You'd
used
go-
anymore.
You'd
It was a
go,
rotary phone.
oh no, I'm sorry, I'll hang up. Click.
Yeah, something like that.
You actually, you
dude.
audibly say
Yeah.
the words. You're
Dan, I can still hear you breathing in the phone. The receiver is still making noise. No, I clicked. I'm not on there anymore. It went click. Like, anyways, click.
It's a malfunction.
it's just making mouth noises.
click.
Click. Over.
Well, what were we talking about before that?
Joe Biden.
Yeah,
Oh.
we were talking about Joe Biden and his student loan forgiveness and all the bills that he says that he's going to get rid of or whatever, and then it's coming to bite him in the ass, which is pretty funny. Another interesting story, too, is that apparently scientists threw the Fibonacci sequence at a quantum computer, and it made a new type of matter.
So you
Interesting.
can you say those words slower for us that are stupid?
So Fibonacci, I'm not sure if anybody knows what the Fibonacci sequence is. It basically looks like, have you ever caught like a little crab or whatever walking
You ever
on
listen to a
beach?
Tool song?
Yeah, that's pretty much it in your ears. But yeah, if you ever see like a little crab or whatever that's got the spiral shell that kind of spirals inside of itself, that's what the Fibonacci sequence looks like. And apparently scientists had threw this at a quantum computer by flashing pulse of lights, and they ended up developing a new type of matter, not like dark matter or whatever.
Is it bulletproof?
I'm not sure. I haven't necessarily gotten to the full thing.
So Fibonacci is like 3.14 or some shit. Like, it's almost pi or some shit, right?
Yeah, it's just repeating, and then it
Yeah.
has a 7 at the end of it, so it's not ever repeating, but it does end with a 7.
That's the one. Is that the number that's that's in like almost everything?
Well,
Yeah.
that's
I
Yeah,
just heard about
it's
that.
it's
The-
part of it.
The golden ratio is what everyone else calls it. So Fibonacci is as close as anything living gets to the golden ratio, and then everything is there. Like, is it an Amorite? Like the weird little spiral shell that gets gradually smaller as it spins in. That's a real life showing of a Fibonacci sequence.
I don't know. I really like science, but this is beyond me, to be honest with you.
We were talking about Joe Biden. Does anybody really believe that he's in charge of anything?
No.
No.
Yes.
The White House always.
The dude can't
rolls
even
with
hold
it.
his bowel movements.
Well, the people in the White House are doing a real shitty job.
So speaking of shitty jobs, this is old news. Did you guys hear about him shitting his pants at the Vatican? Is that real? Did he really shit his pants at the Vatican?
I don't know what the.
Would that surprise
making
any of you?
It
I mean,
really
That
was.
it wouldn't surprise me at all. Like, I just hope it's real. Could you imagine meeting the Pope and you're like, hey, no, Pope, that's not. You got somewhere I can clean up? Just shit my pants.
well, yeah, but he didn't realize it happened. It was just like
Oh,
he's
God.
probably just standing there, like, this smells weird. Was that me?
Hey, Pope, these are some nice seats. It's really squishy when I sit down. Like, Mr. Leader of the free world, that is a wood seat? What do you mean it's squishy when you sat down? Oh. Hey, Secret Service, can we go somewhere real quick? This is completely something unrelated.
Oh man, no, I don't believe it for sure. Yeah.
Well, I wonder if that's why he pauses so much. When he's shaking someone's invisible hand, I think it's so he can walk off the stage and take a shit real quick in
Hey,
his
Nate.
pants.
You're welcome.
Biden is in charge. News to me, and he's my commander-in-chief.
Oh,
That reminds me of Monty Python. He's
terrible.
a king. I didn't vote for him.
I didn't vote for him. Commander-in-chief. Why'd we go to me?
Depends.
bring me the POTUS monogrammed depends.
Is that...
Hey, he's referring to adult diapers. So yeah.
Do you think it would be any different if he, croaked and Kamala Harris was in charge?
I think things would be a lot worse, to be
I think it'd be
honest
the
with you.
same.
I think it would,
Some
because
people still run that.
she would just laugh at everything. She's just
Oh,
saying,
yeah.
like, "Oh,
God.
you died." That would
Like
be
Joe
her.
Biden's wife at the Eagles game when they're saying "fuck Joe Biden," and she's like, "Ah!" They made her the captain of the team for that night when she was over there, and they were
Yeah,
just,
that's great.
It's just his batter.
"Let's go, Brandon! Fuck Joe Biden!" She's just sitting there laughing and smiling.
That's awesome.
Nate says, "Don't embarrass us."
Good night,
Really?
y'all. Don't embarrass us.
Uh,
Dude, this
it'll
is going to be
happen.
embarrassing because now we're only going to have one person watching. So good night. Hope you enjoy your fucking night after ruining ours.
Yeah, there goes our affiliate. Fuck.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for that, Nate.
So I think something that needs to be addressed here that's pretty serious is why all of us look Amish. What's up with the beards?
Well, in my defense,
Look at this. Get the mic out of your face. Show off that Amish beard. Is this the style now? Does everybody have an Amish beard?
no, in my defense, I have a CPAP machine, believe it or not, and I find it very uncomfortable to have the mask on my fucking mustache, so
So-
I don't have a mustache.
This. Just tell me if this is too personal. Do you wear that while getting intimate?
Negative, no.
Oh, that would
Have
be
you, have you
awesome.
tried it?
You look like Dr. Satan.
You know, it's not off the table.
He's already confirmed that it does not sound like Darth Vader, by the way. So
It does not.
just one notch.
It's not like the
from
movies
cool.
say. No, it does not sound like Darth Vader.
I just
Which it would be way cooler if it did, but it doesn't.
where let me Dr. Satan. There we go. Where's because Mike doesn't have this set up, so look at that. That would be Mike breathing heavy over you. Can you imagine that? His wife would be so turned on. She loves Halloween.
And she loves ugly dudes, apparently. She married me. Hey, if you're in the chat, say hello. Invite your friends. If they want to have stupid conversations with us, we do try to drive this, with chat base. We want people to chat with us, be part of the conversation. We're trying to be a little different than all the other podcasts that don't actually pay attention to their chat. So we're better than that. So
No, I won't.
Also,
Fine.
thank you, Chief, for giving us that one view. Appreciate that.
Chief DeLorean. Let me see. Horribly new school pop reference.
Oh, we know
Is
who
that-
he is.
Is it Comrade?
No,
No.
no, he's Pastafalooza.
Oh.
And he probably won't. There's probably a football game or something going on, so we probably won't see him anyway.
A football game?
Yeah, I mean,
Like men's football or women's football?
Like the women's.
Because I'm
football,
talking about
but-
the one that's got like the Stewie's head, or the one that's got like a circle. The circle's the women's football.
no, I guess this would be men's football,
Oh, okay.
American football.
Yeah, this would be more like the peanut butter between the toes type.
Well, I'm
football.
saying that there's a football that's played by people who didn't win World War II, and then there's a football that's played by people who won World War II. So I just which one was it? Is that-
Oh, damn.
people can get mad, but that's pretty fucking accurate.
Dan, you got anything to weigh in about the football?
I don't like football.
I don't either.
I like NASCAR.
I don't really care.
I mean, isn't the president's briefcase that has all the nuclear codes in it also code word for football?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and then
Nuclear
there was
football.
rumors of Trump taking said football to Mar-a-Lago.
Oh Jesus!
I don't know if that's actually true, but that's what people have said in the past.
Down to
There's-
one viewer. There must be something going on.
They're terrified.
I don't
of him.
know. What are we doing? Does this
So-
mean I can pee real quick? Because I've drank way too many Twisted Teas.
You can do whatever you need to do.
Sweet.
Brian's gonna go pee real quick.
You should see the under the table cam.
Yeah, he's actively.
It's like the same view as Mike.
He's
but
actively
it's
peeing right
Brian's
now.
wiener.
What is it?
so-
We were talking about that earlier, where it's like the
Beard,
camera view
no.
of a dude peeing, and then all of a sudden it becomes two streams, and one stream kicks up into his mouth.
Yeah.
I recycle half my pee. I drink it.
What up, Wicked Wheels?
Dude!
What's up, Wheels?
How you doing, buddy? We got different camera angles if you want to see them. So we got the Bryon cam here. We got the Justin cam.
No, I'm like dead serious.
Okay, well, apparently Brian's going to go pee. We got the Dan cam,
Shall we
and
take
then
the camera?
we got the me cam. So,
You need that?
holy crap.
I'm just gonna hit you.
I know at the airport they thought it was a gun.
Fucking
They swabbed it.
Brian drinks 2 Twisted Teas and is already getting violent. The commercials work.
He's already trying to hit us. Why? Why, Brian? Oh, so
So a story that we were talking about earlier was that Fauci Biden officials to be deposed in social media collusion case, talking about how they suppressed the media of COVID vaccines and all the other stuff.
okay. So let's be honest here. Does anybody, chat included, think that anything will come of this? Because I don't.
I don't
No.
think so.
No, it never does.
I think it's all just for flout. What do they call that?
Yeah. Wait. Clout?
Was it clout?
Is it clout?
There's yeah,
Might-
there's
might be
clout.
clout.
There's,
We have Google handy, but screw
well, there's
using
another
that.
there's another word
That's all for
too.
the alphabet. So
Flouting. Hold on. Let me look this up because I got to Wikipedia this word flout.
is flout a word, Brian?
Flout is like
It is.
a
Openly disregard a rule, law, or convention. These same companies still flout basic ethical practices. Well, that was accurate.
Yeah, flout's not a bad word for that. I
Yeah.
It
think
was actually
I
pretty.
think flout
pretty
might be-
accurately correct.
be semi-accurate. Yeah.
Wow. Listen to that. Listen to other podcasts. Actually learned me something.
Yeah. It's,
and he's the highest paid
Oh yeah.
government official. Period.
Well, I think what was his name? One of the senators said that he was going to start investigating Anthony Fauci, and then immediately after he resigned, I think it was within a week's time.
who Fauci put in his resignation?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
resignation.
supposed to become a thing. What in December?
Yep.
Well,
I
Rand
think
Paul
it was
doesn't
before.
like him.
Yeah, Rand Paul. Rand Paul was like, I'm going to investigate this, and I'm going to get to the bottom. And if you're the reason why we've experienced this, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And then immediately after that, I think Fauci released his resignation for this.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna throw it out there. Rand Paul and Ron Paul, president and vice president. I would vote for that.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, the Paul Bearers.
Yeah, definitely.
It'd be a different world for these liberals, though.
Well, it'd be so libertarian that I don't think the Republicans nor the Democrats would have any idea of what to do.
So, from my understanding, the government officials that were involved were, besides Fauci, there was actually FBI members that were involved too.
Now, would that surprise anybody here?
No,
Either?
not at all. See,
That's
see if
the
I
new
can-
KGB right there.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They're saying that they've completely gone off the rails to their own thing now. So, from my understanding, Dr. Anthony Fauci, former White House Press Secretary Jennifer Psaki, FBI Supervisory Special Agent Elvis Chan, and other Biden administration officials relating to collusion with social media to suppress free speech. And that was all prior to the election, not to mention the FBI stepping on Mark Zuck's toes and suppressing the laptop from Hunter Biden, which is now coming out because apparently Matt Gaetz had a hard drive copied of the entire contents of that laptop and submitted that for evidence. So now
You gotta get that face. Come
They've
on, Dan,
actually-
give us
Why
that
wouldn't
face.
you get a copy of that?
they've actually
Several.
subpoenaed Hunter Biden now in various court cases.
Subpoenist.
And we're talking over 100 different charges in each category, from pedophilia to drugs.
Yeah,
to...
but I mean, honestly, again, that's just like with the Jeffrey Epstein thing. Those records are sealed for forever. I mean, we're never going to see the black book, are we?
Well, there's still a possibility we can, because Ghislaine Maxwell is now willing to talk. And from my understanding, she's also backing up on a lot of things she's said in the past too, about the Goofrey.
Yeah, but let's see
Virginia
how much
Giuffre or
longer
whatever?
she's alive, though. I mean,
Well, I think that's the biggest reason why she's backing up, because look at the amenities that she's been given in prison. I mean, she basically has her own cottage that she lives in, where she's catered to 24/7.
but I mean, again, all these. I'm going to come back to all these charges. So they're going to leverage all these charges against, Jen Psaki and Dr. Fauci and stuff like that.
Why isn't
but
Hillary in there?
well,
Well,
oh,
She's-
shit.
Oh.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh.
cancel.
Cancel.
Quick.
No. Okay, we're still here.
Whew.
Sorry about that.
Yeah,
Saved by
that was weird.
Windows.
That was me. All right, hang on. I got to refresh the.
Too long on the communist button.
Son of a bitch.
See how we just started talking about them, and then this happened?
Yeah.
This just
Fuck
Is that
happened.
a
do it.
coincidence?
Yeah,
Mhm.
fucking listening to us.
Oh, where's our chat though?
Gotta reload it. Gotta close it and open it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go to the docs there.
Okay. Sorry guys.
Docs.
I screwed
Fucking
up.
Technical difficulties.
I screwed up. I pressed refresh too. Are we still live? I gotta see if we're still live.
Yeah, we're welcome back.
My bad. I accidentally pushed a button on the computer to shut everything down.
It's like we never stopped.
It's like we never
streaming.
left. Hey, is everybody
crazy.
still there? Sorry, I did something dumb.
It says one viewer. Andrew, are you still there?
Technical difficulties. Don't worry, we're back.
Yeah. Sorry, we're back.
Yeah, it's funny too. We start talking about the people.
Two
that
fucking
erase people.
viewers! Yay, we've doubled!
Now, if we can make that 2 go to 4, I think we're winning.
Winning.
Because if we get a majority viewership at 3 or more consecutively for 30 days, we will get what is that called? Affiliate.
My
And then
wife
we'll
will
start
give
earning
my wife
money.
will give me a gold star, so I don't know what. Oh, you're not married. Never mind. Will your wife give you a gold star?
No.
Oh,
No. She'll probably say I'm stupid.
well, that's fair.
Yeah, so. And, quite honestly, she's not wrong. So, hey, if you're in here, let us know in the chat, because I accidentally pushed a button on the computer.
Yeah, go ahead and say something in the chat.
Let us know you're back.
So, did you guys think about your voice before you got on here? Is that just me?
Something in the chat. Oh, Pasta Fallujah in the house. What up, Pasta?
What's up, Pasta? Hey, do you remember
Hey,
Swant?
Pasta, how's it going?
Savant-
I was just
yeah,
wondering
so-
if, like,
yeah.
maybe
You remember
you
Swant,
guys worried
right?
about not having a deeper
Yeah, from
voice?
Seattle.
Kashama Sawant?
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently, people are throwing bags of poop at her house, and she's getting pissed because she was the head of defund the police bullshit that happened in Seattle. Well, the police are apparently dragging their feet, and now she's angry.
So it's a funny thing. The Kashama Sawant thing goes on before that. It's fucking hilarious.
Is that the chicken Yelm?
No.
Seattle.
Seattle. She lives in a pretty affluent neighborhood
You're
in Seattle.
whoever's bouncing, stop.
Is that?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
excited.
Hey, we got
Yeah.
4 people in here. If
No,
you're in
I'm
the chat,
happy
say
about
hello.
this.
Hey, what's
What up?
guys?
So
We doubled.
Kashama Sawant. It's funny, when I was doing my job where we were going out to different stations, we had a King County sheriff. We're just shooting the shit with him real quick, and he's like, "You hear about that shit that happened to Sawant?" I was like, "No, what happened?" He goes, "Yeah, somebody went and they spray painted the front of her house and broke out a couple of her windows. So she calls 911 because somebody had destroyed her property. It took them 7 hours to get somebody there. So they get somebody there to take a report. And what's funny is part of her thing was the whole, well, property crime is not a real crime because you have insurance, so insurance will take care of that. So it takes them 7 hours to get somebody there to take a report. So when they finally get somebody there to take a report, there's a fucking stabbing in downtown that officers are involved. Like, it's a big crazy thing. Like, there's multiple people. Like, it's huge. So they go, "We have to go and quit taking a report and drive away." And she is fucking furious. She's just steaming mad about, "Hey, no, they destroyed my stuff." And the cops are like, "I'm sorry, there's a violent crime going on. This is property crime. Property crime doesn't matter as much as violent crime. You'll have your insurance to take care of this." She did not fucking appreciate it for some reason.
That's weird. You
Yeah.
go from
So-
defund the police to call the police.
This cop is almost in tears telling me it took 24 hours to get another unit out there because stuff just kept happening that's real crime, not property crime. And she's just mad. "Who did this? I need to know. This is an act of hate. This is this and that." And it's like, no. Nobody did this because they hate you. This is just property crime. And you have to understand, property crime really isn't that important to us. We're looking for violent crime and where we can help out in our communities. So
Well, you remember what
Sorry.
happened in Seattle pre-COVID, right? So, 2019, she started this whole defund the police campaign. It didn't really take off till 2020. When Seattle had 500 officers, she knocked it down to 135, and she wonders why shit's not getting done. Because a lot of these officers, one, had to be vaccinated, and they're like, no thanks. And then the other shit that happened in Chaz Chop bullshit, the Seattle or the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone, and then the occupied, what was that, protesting fucking, it changed. It went from Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone to Capitol Hill Occupational.
Shop.
Huh?
it was shop.
Yeah, it went to Chop. And
A Capitol Hill occupied protest. Shop.
And she went after Jenny Durkin directly and said how she was handling the situation very poorly.
She was jerking my Durkin.
Yeah. And then shortly after that, apparently they started going after Sawant. And Sawant just lost her shit because she was the one who was for the movement in the first place. And what was it fucking Inslee said to Trump at the time? He says, "I had no idea that it was going on." And he says, "Well, if you don't figure it out, I'm going to send the National
Yeah,
Guard
like
down there."
how do you not know what's going on?
I'm pretty sure they
Yeah.
did. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it was a good way to spend some fucking money and hide it. So they were talking about good ways
So,
to fucking to
You
hide
say
money.
the spending money thing, and I've seen a couple weird fucking advertisements coming up where it's this huge advertisement for who's our Democratic state representative? Because she's saying, "Oh, I'm
Patty
actually
Murray.
Is it Patty? Maybe
Patty
it is
Murray.
Patty Murray, but
or
she's
Kim Schreier, one of the two.
No, it was
Hey,
Schreier.
what's up?
Because
Schreier.
Kim Schreier is doing this whole thing where she's going, "Well, it was my idea to refund the police." And it's like, no, it fucking wasn't. You defunded the police, took that tax money, spread it out to elsewhere, and now you're asking for more tax money so you can fucking make us safe again? That's stupid.
Well, you know what they said was that apparently you can have 10 friends, right?
Anybody in here, pipe in.
You can have 10 friends, and they can donate, say, give you $16,000 before you even have to claim it. So you don't even have to claim $16,000. Anything over $16,000 you can claim. So say you're a drug dealer, right, or even a politician at this point, you can
Same
give me
thing.
$16,000,
Yeah.
right, and for a whole year I don't have to claim shit. Or I can give you $16,000 cash. You can write me a check, and I can make it official, and then put that into a loan for a car. It's a good way to erase money.
Yeah. Dude, you can just give me cash, though.
Well, now just imagine this too. What's going on with UPS? they're upgrading all their vehicles, but yet they don't have enough staff. So why invest into vehicles if they're not investing into their employment industry?
Well, I think that's partly a tax write-off as well.
Well, yeah, that's the point is to move money around. I mean, think about this the I-5, right? That's not going to be done till after 2050. From the guys that I talked to that are installing the light rail and shit, they said they have projects on I-5 corridor till 2054. And that shit was supposed to be done, what, in 2 years?
I have no idea when it was supposed to be
like
done.
the bridge, don't.
Yeah. So they're installing new bridges going up to the Portland Ave and all the way down to 5 and shit all the way down.
The new Narrows that's fucking funny.
That's
because they did the whole thing of like, no, it'll be 10 years of having a toll and it'll be paid off. And then they sold it to a private company. And that private company went, we see it being more like 40 to 50 years we're going to have to because, the staffing and we got to make a profit. Not even an American company.
Well, yeah.
That is an Australian company taking care of it.
Oh, that's just great.
That's also
It's
tied to
fucking
China,
funny.
by the way. It's the same company that actually owns the
China.
Costco port. So in San Diego, there's a port there that belongs to Costco, right? Well, it originally is a Chinese company. So the United States says, wait a second, we can't have you own the biggest port on our west coast. So they said, okay, no problem. And they sold it to an Australian company that happens to be the same firm that bought the Narrows Bridge. Interesting.
That is
Oh my
interesting.
God, so
The more you know. Because I remember Canada coming down and saying, hey, let us put hydroelectricity underneath the bridge and we'll pay you for it, no problem. That way, the citizens there don't have to pay for this bridge. And Inslee was like, fuck that. So, I don't know, man. There's some interesting money being moved, and I'm sure that if you anyone doing drugs or what.
If you Google who owns Chevy, you'll come up with China being a big investor in that company.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
In Chevrolet?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Huh. Interesting. If you're in the chat, say hello. We want to know you're here.
Some crazy person asked if anyone was doing drugs. Please, if you're doing drugs, raise your hand.
No, not
No.
currently.
No one's doing drugs. Okay, good.
Oh, shit. What's going on, everybody? How's your nights going?
There's
Do it.
3 people in here, one of which might be me, and the other 2 aren't talking.
Yeah, the other 2 aren't talking. What's going on, everyone?
Just looking at information, man. I like science-based articles, like this one here from the University of Texas. Apparently, they hacked Starlink's signal so it can be used as a GPS alternative.
Do what now?
Which means what?
So, the University of Texas hacked Starlink's signal so it can be used as a GPS alternative.
Well, holy shit, we got 5 people in here now.
Hey, what's
Whoa.
up?
If you're in the chat, say
Welcome
hello.
back, Wicked. I'm glad you're doing good, man. I hope you ended up getting the treatment that you're looking for, man. So yeah, you were talking about some funny stories, some funny good movie alternatives earlier, and some other things like
I put some weird nostalgia thing on like a little note sheet, and
delete
so
it.
I was thinking about like, I'm going to do this podcast. There'll be nobody watching it, so why not have some funny stories? You know what a weird thing that no kids this generation will have to deal with?
What?
Do you remember stealing your parents' porn tape?
No.
And watching it? Do you guys not
No.
remember that? Dan, do you remember
I
that?
remember that as far back as
Like-
the magazines.
Yeah. So kids this generation won't have to deal with that, and it's weird.
I remember the first
Let's
time
talk
that I
about
actually
that.
seen something like that was it was an article. You remember like the porn magazines, right, where they had the 1-800s in the back? Before they put those in the fucking porn magazines, they used to send you the booklet of all the 1-800, 1-900.
Excuse me, sir. They're 1-900 numbers.
No, they used,
900.
they used to be 1-800,
I know
1-900.
that.
No. So there was a time that they switched. They were 1-900, and then everyone knew, dude, if I'm pressing 900, I have to pay for it. So they'd make it a 1-800, and then you'd press like a thing, and it would transfer you to a 1-900 number.
Yep.
So you thought you were calling a free line, and then it's like, oh yeah, if you want to chat with hot singles, press 1. You'd press 1, bam, 900 number. They're fucking charging you. What was it, like 25 cents an hour or
Oh,
some
yeah, it
shit?
was pretty close.
Like, yeah.
Oh, I think it was by a minute. It wasn't an hour.
Yeah,
it was
25 cents a
expensive.
minute, excuse me. Because I remember my cousins running up. My uncle had like a fucking $300 and some odd charge because we thought it was funny to call those 1-900 numbers, say some stupid shit to them, and then hang up. like,
I'm sure they didn't mind.
"Huh, do you like farts? Ah! And hang up. Like, yeah, no, $5 gone.
Hey, if you're in the chat, say hello. I see there's 5 people in here. One of them might be Bryon.
Yeah, one of them might be me.
It
I don't
probably is.
Hey, who's asking if people are on drugs? That's rude.
It's definitely not you asking that. Not at all. So, Wicked Wheels, you're good? Good? All good in the hood? Hey, Brazen Cakey, what's up? I know chat's a little slow, so...
Chat's super slow. That's what I'm testing. Like, I went, what up? And then it took probably 15 seconds, I think, to show up.
Yeah, there is a delay.
So, good. Fuck yeah, Andrew. I'm glad to hear things are getting better.
Definitely.
What else is new? How is this going? Are you actually like... I've been curious. Are you actually... Let me put the stapler down. Are you actually feeling better? Is this helping you, like... You look... Your skin looks better. You look like more... So are you actually feeling better or what? I don't know if is an actual thing, but...
Are you good?
I think when you wake up in the morning, you can feel a hard on. You know it's gonna be a good day. Morning wood.
Some
Yeah.
people can't.
But to
feel
the
that, though.
The opposite thing is when you wake up and you're like laying face down, and you're like, I just have to pee. And that's not going to be an issue. Okay. You know it's going to be an awkward day. Like, didn't even get morning wood? This is weird. What a weird day.
Chief DeLorean, you still in here? You got anything you want to chat about? You said you're on a 24-hour shift, which that sucks for you. Not for us. We're going to do this for like 2 hours and then be done, so...
Well, I think it was kind of like that that whole theory when you sit on your right hand or left hand or whatever, and it's kind of like the stranger. Start just
now. How many
off.
times have you?
I actually
done
tried
the
it once
stranger?
because someone mentioned it so many fucking times. It's like, hey man, have you tried this? Have you tried this? You know, just fucking like gaslit me. He goes, yeah, dude, I bet you fucking do it all the time. I was like, actually, no, I've never fucking done it. He goes, yeah, I bet you touch your butthole while you're doing it too. I'm like, no, I don't fucking do any of that. Right? So I sat on my fucking arm. I was like, yeah, this is stupid. It feels like a fucking zombie arm or something like that. You know, my fucking arm's numb.
you can't even
I know it's
get it.
mine.
You can't even get it to close. You're like,
Yeah. Yeah.
the pins and needles. Why is this good? This sucks.
Yeah, it's like walking when you have fucking pins and needles when your fucking legs are asleep or your fucking arms asleep by going like this or whatever, and you wake up and your fucking elbow hurts. That shit hurts.
Just don't get the Saturday night palsy.
The what?
The Saturday night palsy, isn't that what
Jeez.
What's that?
Dave Mustaine called it or something?
I don't know.
Yeah, he did something to his hand, and he had
Oh, when he had to
Yeah.
like completely learn how to fucking
Yeah.
play guitar again and all
exactly.
that
He said
shit.
he passed out on his hand or something, and
Yeah.
when he woke up, it didn't work. But
Yeah, that's real, man.
Yeah.
quite
Oh,
a
this is
comeback,
how I
though.
slept. This isn't heroin. I just fell asleep. Fell asleep funny. Fell asleep funny.
Fell slept.
Yeah. Yeah. No, this wasn't all the heroin and meth and crack I was doing. This is something completely
That had nothing
unrelated.
to do with it.
Yeah, this is unrelated. That's weird.
Yeah, I will be having a more permanent dialysis line put in my chest on Monday or Tuesday until I can get in to get a graft put surgically in my right arm. That sucks.
So is that like a the piece that they're putting in? Is it like a port, like where it'll go pretty much straight into your fucking heart, or what? Because I know that's how they do cancer treatment. Is they do a port that goes straight to your fucking heart. So as they're putting stuff through you, like, yeah, wow, jeez, man, that's as long as it makes things easier. Fuck yeah, dude.
And there's both lines that come in and go out, correct, for that? Or is it just one line that does everything? What up, Shep Metal?
Hey, what's up, Shub Metal?
Twisted Tea's up. That's what is up.
Three. I'm assuming that's supposed to be lines. So 3 lines, 2 for dialysis, and 1 for antibiotics. That
Well, I know you said the
sucks.
dialysis really helps you a lot, so that'll be a good thing, hopefully.
Yeah, for sure.
So I mean, seriously, is there fucking football going on tonight or something? Why
No,
is it so
we're-
dead in here?
You're just thinking we're popular. That's the thing. Like,
We
oh
used
my
to-
God.
We used
only,
to get people in this chat. What the hell?
Only 4 people want to talk to us? Don't they know we're fucking random people who do
supposedly
random
4.
jobs that nobody likes?
Who's still in here? I know Wicked Wheels is still in here, but I don't.
All right, well, Justin's out. Somebody mentioned his fucking jacket that's clearly made of pubic hair. Most of it old lady. If I had to guess,
it's made of an animal, and we're not sure which.
I would guess it's mostly old lady pubic hair. So make sure and bring that up. What kind of pubic hair is your Jack Skellington sweatshirt made out of?
Yeah, make sure you
He-
you mention that in the chat, just so.
He stinks too. Like he's sitting next to me. That thing smells like that was some musty old like stuff. So
some
you guys
musty,
know-
some musty pubic hair.
yeah, you guys make in chat. Make sure and bring that up. Don't let him get away with wearing pubic hair jackets and not bring it up. I mean, that's what the chat's for. So,
All right, now we have 6 people in here.
yeah, there's 6 people.
They just walk into to talking about a pubic hair jacket.
Like the Howard Stern show.
Yeah,
Or something.
there's 6 people in here really curious where you buy one from.
Oh, where's everybody coming at us from? Is everybody coming from Twitch, or we'd like to know who's talking to us and from where you're talking to us. So
I think most of it's got to be Twitch. Oh, here comes Justin with his Jack Skellington sweatshirt again. Most of it's coming from Twitch because I think Facebook is just Justin and I. So,
YouTube.
did anybody have questions about? Let's get the
Thanks
camera
a
on
lot,
him again.
Bryon.
Let's get the camera on him again.
Well, I did want to say, I think the Father of the Year award goes to the dads who went to go grab some milk and came back.
Oh.
Right on.
Oh, geez.
Oh.
Nothing from the chat. What the fuck is this place?
Yeah, I mean, there's like 5 people in here. Come on, let us know what's really going on. Dan, you got anything to add?
Not really.
Oh.
Well, we're in a lull. Hey, Justin, where did you get that sweatshirt? Let's show that thing off. What is that? Jack Skellington?
Yeah, Jack Skellington. He's got it on the arms. I think my parents actually got this for my birthday.
Oh, so you got it from your mom?
No, Mom's been dead for 4 years. Got it from my
That was
my
dark.
grandmother.
Yeah.
I'm actually pretty excited, man. This thing is fucking warm compared to the weather outside.
What is it made of?
Poncho.
It starts with a P.
Poncho?
You know what ponchos are made of? Burlap slack or burlap sack.
Hold your paint. Don't let me knock that thing.
Yeah, it
Oh.
might go off.
Are you going pee again?
Yeah, I have this prostate thing.
Yeah.
No way I'm going out back in.
That's true.
Man, it is fucking cold outside though.
So what's more outrageous shit that's going on right now?
Do we need more outrageous shit?
That's what it's all about. Bitching about shit.
What really grinds my gears? Chat, what grinds your gears? Let's hear it. I'll start. Prius drivers, I cannot stand them. I'm sorry if you own a Prius, but, well, actually, I'm sorry for 2 reasons. One, you drive like shit, and 2, you gave up any sort of desire to drive an actual car. So, you suck.
I watch NASCAR. Have for years.
Yeah, Dan watches NASCAR. You know, I've watched it, but I only watch it for the crashes. I ain't gonna lie.
That's why I started watching it.
There's
Kinda
no
why I watch
other.
hockey.
There's no other reason. What?
That's kind of why I watch hockey.
Everybody
watch hockey
watches
for the
NASCAR
fights.
for that.
So I think it's funny. You have all the F1 racers, and they're these fucking really athletic, fit dudes, and you've got like motorcycle racing, like crazy dudes, really crazy physical limitations, doing crazy things. You have NASCAR. Most of them are fucking drunk, fat dudes.
No, they're not.
Yeah, look at
During
look
a
at Jeff
4-hour
Gordon.
race, they lose 5 pounds. Just
Okay, Pasta. I want to back you up there.
the heat of the.
Have you met a good Uber or Lyft driver? Let's hear that, because I haven't.
That aren't in Seattle, by the way.
There you go.
Because most people who live in Seattle drive woke vehicles.
Have all been your bosses, or bosses in general? I'm pretty sure it's just your boss. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. I ain't gonna lie.
Wow.
No.
Makes all my jokes look good.
Good at their
You're
job.
bouncing the camera again, Bryon. Stop it.
I wasn't doing that.
I wasn't looking at his neck, man.
Are you not supposed to look at the camera? Does it do weird things? Like only
that
you
was out of
track the
Cheech and
camera.
Chong movie.
Oh, looking right into Pasta's eyes right now.
Yeah.
That reminds me of that fucking part from Tommy Boy. Fat man, a little coat. Fat man, a little coat.
Fat
Fat
guy
man.
in a little coat.
Apparently, you're
Take it
creeping
off,
people
dickhead. I'm
out.
serious.
Keep doing it. Creep them out.
There's 3. 3 people in here. Yay.
We appreciate all of you that are in here.
We've ostracized everybody. Ostracized?
Ostracized?
Ostracized.
That was
everybody.
only
We
Prius
ostriches.
drivers, so...
Did you you heard about the activists that super glued their fucking hands to the windows in the car dealership?
No, to
I
the
did hear about
floor. It was to the floor.
These ones specifically glued their hands to the fucking windows. Not sure if you can see that there.
What morons would do that?
Well, they were
There's
pissed
apparently a lot of them now.
when
recently.
the staff turned off the lights and the heating.
Like, we didn't foresee people wanting to go home. We're not the most important thing ever. It's funny. So I listening to Joe Rogan like the last week driving to work. I get a lot of time. One of the funnier things I heard was this guy talking about working for Facebook. Can't remember his name, and he was one of the ones that did ad tracking. He did a lot of crazy things for them. He was talking about how probably 10% of their workforce is the only thing that does anything. There's probably 50% of their workforce that feels like going in and being an activist is more important than anything else. And he says it's not just Facebook, but a lot of tech companies are like that. So the bosses will go say, hey, I need you to work on this. Like, oh, well, I can't because of white male privilege. And he's like, it's a real fucking thing. These guys, they don't work. They just go, oh, no, like the most important thing is clearly what I'm an activist about. So it's the same fucking thing. They have no clue that, like, no, some of us just want to make some money and then we'll go home and eat some fucking pizza and we're done for the day. Like, that's it. I don't want to hear about how you think that it's unfair. You have to pay your own college bill. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. Kanye
as
West.
a business owner, if that was what you want to do with your time working for me, you would have plenty of time because you would no longer be working for me.
Yeah, that's why you buy like tool leashes,
Well, that's a
for your
threat.
harness. Because that way you're not fucking dangling your feet over while your harness is
Oh
not
my
strapped
god,
to a
you're not gonna
pole.
let that go, are you? That was one
I had to buy
time.
one
Safety
just to make sure.
violations. I smell
Hey, I
safety
like my
violations.
job. I like what I do.
One fucking time.
So-
Oh.
So where I found out, because I said earlier that, like, I know you drop a tool on some jobs, you're done. Like, it's not you're off the job, you're fired.
Yeah,
Like,
from a
that's-
certain height, yeah.
That's it's no longer a safe work practice, and clearly you're not going to pay attention to it. It's really hard to insure someone like that. Like, you're fired. There's nothing anyone can do.
Well, it was like,
So where I heard about this from was Andrew Gassaway. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I
Green-haired
do,
Andrew?
yeah.
So he does. I don't know if it's carpentry or he does something where he's up working with metal and dealing with all that shit, like union worker. He dropped a fucking drill through the windshield of his truck. So he was telling me the story, and he's like up probably 50, 60 feet up in the air working on something, and the drill just comes off of him and fucking drops, breaks the windshield on his fucking truck. And he goes, right on. Finishes what he's fucking doing, drives the truck back, and he like takes off all of his gear and all of his cards and everything, and he hands them to the boss, just knowing that like he's gonna get fired. It's like there's no way around it. Like this is a fucking union workplace. That's a union job we're on. Like I know the rules. His boss goes, "The fuck are you doing?" He goes, "Well, you heard about the windshield, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like, did you do it on purpose? He goes, "No." He goes, "You're fine."
As it should be, really.
Yeah.
It's an
You
accident.
know,
Nobody got
that's,
hurt. You're
that's funny because Justin over here bought a new safety shirt today, and I had to break it to him that there's certain job sites that won't even allow that safety shirt because it doesn't have enough stripes, reflective stripes on it.
Yeah.
Like when I was doing a certain job for a large venue up in Seattle that has a certain team that's new to us.
Seattle Storm.
Ish, yeah. I won't divulge which
Sonics.
which arena it was.
Which hockey arena it was. I won't talk about which hockey arena
Key
it was.
arena it was.
So yeah, we were going through the safety training, which is like 2 hours. 2 hours of your time to be told things that you already know because you're not.
Well,
a complete
honestly,
idiot.
when they're doing that whole like Devo thing, you can dance if you want to. You can leave your friends behind.
You're talking about the safety.
But
dance.
if your friends
Because
don't
it's
wear
not
the right
Devo.
reflective class, then they're no friends of mine.
So needless to say, my business partner was wearing a shirt similar to what Justin's wearing. Justin, you want to show off your shirt real quick? So one similar to that. Now that's a lot of safety stripes, right? I mean,
No.
Front and back.
Front
by the
and
way.
back, front
and
and back.
it's all substandard to all the other shit that they had there to buy.
Well,
All
and to
three
be
stripes.
to be fair, like that's not
To
a
be
real.
fair.
Yeah, to be fair,
to be fair,
to be fair,
to be fair.
the fluorescent on that is a non-reflective, so it's
No,
not.
that's a
it's
lie.
not-
That's reflective.
No, that's
Is
super
it-
reflective.
Yeah, that's reflective.
What ANSI class is it though? Then.
2.
Yeah, see, this is reflective. The fluorescent is not.
So
Like,
the requirement was you actually have to have 36 inches of safety reflection, just like the gray that's on there, and it has to go all the way up you and around the back of you, or you couldn't be on the job site. Like, half of my shirts are fucking that right there. I've never had an issue until that job site.
nice.
Yeah, and like I
That's
said, all
awesome.
the shirts that they were selling were just like this. You'd have the typical 3 stripes. This
Yeah.
one had fucking double the amount of stripes. So I'm like, oh yeah, let me get that one. Mike's like, no, can't wear it because not enough stripes.
You can wear it on most job sites, but that's something that really grinds my gears as somebody being in construction. I fucking hate safety Nazis. I hate them. In fact, that's why we call them that, because they will walk around job sites and they will point out any little fucking thing. And, if you're a contractor of theirs, they'll actually write you up. They can fine you. Normally, I'm not a contractor under the general contractor, so I don't have to worry about it. But, man, I've been yelled at a lot.
Kind of reminds me of like the was it?
Get in the rail car.
Kind of reminds
That
me
is
of
not
the-
the correct ANSI safety glasses, sir. Please get in the rail car. We've got a shower for you.
Fuck.
Oh, man.
Now, please social distance. So apparently,
That was more Borat. Very nice.
very nice. High five. So apparently, Elon Musk's Twitter takeover, which has made new headway, could leave banks holding $13 billion in debt, making it the biggest stalled deal ever. So it actually wasn't stalled because of Elon Musk. It was stalled because of the banks. But yet news is reporting that Elon's taking his sweet time.
Is
Interesting.
Hmm.
I mean, The Federal Reserve will just print more money and give it to them, so it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, at what point in time did they just create a new currency and say, "Oh, this is the U.S. dollar. It's backed by gold."
It's backed by gold.
It's gold.
Gold.
Isn't that weird? It's backed by gold. He's from Harlem. Isn't that weird?
You're gonna see people at the reserve just peeling off little things of skin and putting them in an Altoid container to save it for later so they can eat them.
Take it away. Shave me from my shelf. Take it away.
Interesting. Apparently, Iranian troops are now in Ukraine, too. Iranian troops directly engaged on ground in Ukraine, White House says.
Well, obviously, they're not fighting for the Ukrainians.
No, I don't think they would.
Because I believe Russia and Ukraine or not, Russia and Iran are in bed together, aren't they?
Not that I was really aware of. I mean, maybe in the gas resource type thing, but
No,
apparently these Iranian troops are coming from Crimea.
Coming from Crimea over to where?
Ukraine. So Iranian troops are directly engaged on the ground in Crimea, supporting Russian drone attacks on Ukraine infrastructure and civilian population, the White House has said.
So Iran and Russia are teaming up, just like we knew they would. So just like what is that right next to Russia, the other country that is
Poland?
No, the one that's teamed up with them.
That's the Pacific Ocean.
Belarus.
Belarus, there you go.
Oh, I thought it was the Pacific Ocean.
So Belarus are teamed up with them, and they're
You gotta be wrong, make it fucking worthy, right? That's Canada, right? It's Canada, eh?
Yeah, fucking Alaska.
They've activated a whole fucking country. Fucking polar bears are coming. They want their Coke.
Yeah, you thought it was scary when fucking he was just threatening fucking nukes. He's got the Pacific Ocean. There's fucking great whites in there.
He's got fucking sharks and laser beams.
There's gonna be great whites on the fucking
It's
ground.
gonna be Sharknado. It'll be Sharknado. He's gonna use that tsunami bomb, and Sharknado will happen. Fucking stupid.
Somebody said I ran my fist in ya.
Who's even still watching?
Weird. Who said that?
Is anybody watching? Or are we just watching ourselves?
I think we're just watching ourselves at this point.
See, that's the thing. They said, well, set up a schedule. So yesterday, what did I do? I sent out a big invite. It's like, hey, peeps, we're going to be on at 7 o'clock. And
What happened to,
where's Pasta? Where's Wicked? Wicked, you still in here? Wicked in here? What about,
Berry Boys?
Oh, you have me fucking on here? I was looking at my phone.
Oh, yeah. Well, that happens. I'm here. I'm on Reddit. Fucking course you are. Where else would you be?
You gotta read some of the same articles Conrad is reading.
Getting your news from somewhere. You might as well get it from Reddit. Oh, man.
No, the wife's been sending me... Did you see it was a Reddit video? I don't know what page she's on, but it's these two black dudes that go to a fucking...
Yeah, I like cat videos.
They go to a Confederate, war reenactment, like a Civil War reenactment, and they're in chains.
No.
And the guys are freaking out, and they're like, no, we're just dressed for the period. And the guy's like, you guys can't be here. Like, why not?
Oh, man.
Oh, they made it uncomfortable for fucking everybody. So funny.
Oh, man. Civil War reenactments, and it's getting a little too real.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Where did these guys come from? Because I didn't bring them with me.
They just fucking spout some member's name or something like that. Yeah, Dave brought us. Dave sent out the invitation.
At that point, too, I mean, do you fully embrace the role? Or are you like, no, I'm done with this.
I don't know. These
I'm
guys
gonna be like the South and just give up.
These guys were fucking funny because they're like, well, you're saying you're doing this as a reenactment, but you've got bags, and they like throw the bags down. They're like, those are cotton shirts. Like, no, there are. We got the cotton for these. This is our cotton.
Oh,
The guys are just getting more and more mad. Just fucking funny.
You know, like the best part is
Oh,
we
shit.
picked all this cotton.
Jesus.
So apparently, a California-based company called Aleph Aeronautics claimed the Model A, which is the newest flying car, is coming in the next few years.
Oh, because that's not going to be an FAA nightmare.
World's
Yeah,
first
really.
flying car will have a range of 110 miles in the air and will avoid traffic jams.
The same fucking Prius drivers are going to be driving those fucking planes, crashing into shit and taking up the carpool lane like they do now.
Is it
I'm
electric?
telling you, man, because self-driving is going to be a thing of the future, right? People are just going to fucking hack into those things and make them little UAVs into someone else's car.
Dude, they're going to have to build your roof out of something. They're going to have to build your fucking roof out of something else.
God, I fucking hate Reddit. That was a video of a guy, like, farting on somebody, but instead he shits his pants, and you can see his pants fill up. It's horrible.
Pat it with bounce house material. Yeah.
Aw.
Oh, he's referring to outfitting his roof for for when there's flying cars. I mean, Dan, you're actually probably the most qualified here to talk about it. What do you think about flying cars?
I want one.
Well, yeah, but you also have been putting hours towards getting a pilot's license.
Yeah, I don't think flying cars are ever going to be a thing. Flying drone type cars, maybe. You know.
Well, this is what the car looks like right here.
That is butt ugly.
It's pretty fucking ugly.
Yeah, I think China's already testing basically an overgrown drone.
Flying copters.
So they're trying flying cars in China.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
They've
I'm
got a whole
just-
police force that's based on it now in
I'm
Italy
just saying-
as well.
I don't really
There
consider
might be-
drones, flying.
There might be.
Severed head.
There will be.
How far down this rabbit hole do you want to go? Oh, man. And we're down to one viewer now. Yes.
Oh, it's only one person. There might be better countries to try this in. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Oh. Well, no, nobody's mentioned bombing brown people yet, so.
Jesus.
I hear Japan's got a really realistic sex robots going on now.
Are you thinking about buying one?
I couldn't afford it. I can't afford the real thing. It's just I can't
That's
afford
not,
robots.
that's not what I'm
Sounds
saying.
super depressed.
I'm asking if you might want to buy one. If you had the money to do it, would you buy one?
Look, so I can tell you being married,
No.
it's just payments over time. So you got to do dinner and this and that and a fucking car payment and like whatever else. It's like payments over time. You buy that one $6,000 robot for the next 30 years. It was $6,000 for the robot. That's it. That's all you had to pay. That's it. Take it to the movies? Yeah, if you're a fucking weirdo. You don't have to do any of that.
Your wife's not watching this, right?
No. No, she's playing D&D.
The thing
Oh,
is, it's supposed
nerd.
to be very realistic.
I like where she fans it out at the end. Like, that's the best part of the video.
Fans it out with her ass cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh man, and you know she's on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
God no. Oh. So what's up, chat? Any? What the fuck are you doing?
Magic.
Have you
Fucking
seen the
Reddit,
videos
dude.
of that dude named, they call him, he's like Poop Dad on Instagram?
No.
Oh, it's fucking horrible.
Why? Are
It
you,
reminds me of Rob because
why
people
are
send
you
it to me and I get
finding these things.
really mad. People send it to me and he's like a guy and he's like, "Oh, I'm here for, And then he takes this really loud, gross sounding liquidy shit and then says some other stupid shit, and his name's like Poop Dad or something. He's fucking horrible. So people send it to. I'll send it to you.
No, I don't want it.
No, I'll find it. It reminds me of something your brother would do.
It's I there has to be a fucking OnlyFans for this. There has to be. They have it for everything
Fucking
else.
Bryon, damn it.
The flatulent channel.
This would be.
What did you blame me for? I wasn't bringing up farts. You did that
You
first.
connected farts and Reddit, and I go on Reddit, and the first thing I look up is farts, and fucking fart rabbit holes, man.
We decided we're not going to
Fart-filled
discuss politics as much today, apparently. And here we
Oh,
go
man.
with all the other stupid shit literally going on in the world.
Well, it's funny when you break up a lot of the
The
monotony
wind?
with
Yeah.
fucking farts, man.
Breaking the wind.
Yeah, breaking the wind. The dust in the wind. Fucking
Oh.
people powder farts.
Crop
So
dust
it's
in the
it's weird to
hallways.
hear, but this Poop Dad guy keeps getting banned on Instagram. It's like they don't want to hear sounds of people taking violent shits. I don't know what the deal is.
Wicked, are you not in here anymore? Who's still in here?
No one.
No one.
Nobody.
It's a Saturday night, you fucking incels.
Yeah, watch us. I think
No,
it's just me.
We're the incels.
Oh, we're the incels.
Yeah.
Oh. Oops. Pasta, what's going on? Anything new? If it's just you, might as well just talk to you. Not really. Well, this is fucking boring.
I'm really mad I can't find this Poop Dad guy. It's fucking it's horrific. Like if I show you, I'll find it and it's gonna remind you of Rob. You're gonna be like, that's fucking Rob with a mask on.
What's the House of the Dragon? Is that new stupid fucking Lord of the Ring? Or no, what's that other stupid show?
House Targaryen.
Game of
Game of-
Thrones.
Yeah, Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Never been a fan.
You can't say that.
I
Can't
just
say
did.
that.
We're
Yeah, that's
we're on the internet. And say whatever.
Conrad's all like, "Oh, I like it. They've got a pokey chair for me to sit on. Ooh, it poked me every time I sat on it. It's got swords on their chairs. I stayed away from it for years, but it rules. Sat down and it gave me a little poke, little poke right on the behind. Don't tell anybody.
Don't touch me there.
All right, moving on.
Yes, please.
Fucking, what was that? What's that called?
There was some ASMR
Yeah,
kind of shit
ASMR.
going on. Gross. Just start making.
Hemorrhoidal
Jesus, man, is that what it sounds like when you wipe your ass? Fucking cheeks are just like hugging the paper.
Fucking This
Conrad.
has been such a stupid fucking episode so far. YouTube won't ban us, and you want to know why they won't ban us? Because nobody fucking watches this.
Yeah, like,
No- nobody
is
cares.
stupid. This is stupid.
Need a good spicy topic.
Give us a
Besides
spicy
parts.
topic, Pasta.
My cheeks are like England and North Carolina. They'll never touch. Cholula sauce. Well, that's
What is a
racist.
Cholula?
Yeah, explain a Cholula.
Yeah.
Oh, nothing? Yeah, racist.
Oh man.
I've
Oh.
been to Tijuana.
Hey, we'll go over to the JD cam, which is his normal view right there.
He doesn't actually know what it's like.
Well, I was looking at the fact that they're already preparing for the red wave, is what they're calling it anyway, in November. saying that Republicans are going to take over.
How do you feel about the red wave there, Pasta?
Oh, he likes the red wave. He's in Seattle. We're not talking about politics either. We're talking about the
Shark
time of the
Week.
month.
Yeah, Shark Week. The red wave. Yeah, my wife let me have the red wave the other day. It was fantastic. Had to do sheets the next day.
Fucking
Retreat.
gross.
You can say gross all you want. You liked the pictures.
Get your fucking red wings.
That's like Coors Light gives you red wings. You know, like Red Bull gives you regular wings. Coors Light gives you red wings.
Why drink a Red Bull when you can drink a Red Liberal?
That was
Yeah, that didn't.
that was not a good one.
No.
At least you piped in and like made mine sound better. Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Oh man.
That's racist. Which part?
Oh,
Divulge.
Cholula is derived from a national meaning the place of retreat. Well, that's awesome. Your chin is a Cholula for my testicles.
And hence the one viewer. Apparently 7 o'clock is too late to do this show. Everybody else is in bed or something.
To be fair, it's 8:13.
It's 8. What?
Yeah, it's 8:13.
Oh,
That's what it says. down
okay,
here.
it's 8:13.
Oh, and the rain is to stop. Cholula.
Cholula. Like a Balchinian.
Report. Report us. YouTube will go.
I've literally been on YouTube the whole time just fucking reporting everything. Like, these guys are stupid.
They fart.
Yeah.
So, getting back to
Spicy topic.
let's getting back to the red wave. Do you think it'll actually do anything? Because I don't. Because Republicans don't do anything. They never have, and they probably never will.
I hope they learned a lesson from this, and they do actually do something. They had the majority before once. They did jack shit with it.
No, they never fucking do anything with any of it. They just sit on their hands
It's
and
like they're
not
all in the
do
same
anything.
club, and it's just an act sometimes.
Yeah, so there was a funny thing that came out that was showing it's like the top 50 earners for fucking for Congress and Senate on the stock market. It's almost 50-50. They're all playing the same fucking game.
Especially
It's
old
the
fucks,
same game. So the difference is who's the bad guy, who's the boogeyman. So it's this stupid chase. Like I think Meyer told me the best when he goes, you'll always hear, oh, Republicans had a big win today. Democrats had a big win today. You'll never hear them say, the American people had a big win
That's
today.
right.
Because it's not the fucking American people who win in that bullshit. It's either the Democrats or Republicans. Like, it's the same thing with hearing, like, oh my God, they're going to take away your abortion rights. Oh my God, they're going to take away your gun rights. They get you to follow for this really small piece of cheese. Like, we give them way
Well, I
too
think
much
the
power.
guns thing is a way big issue, though. They would love to see nothing more than us unarmed.
Well, they've been chipping away at it for years.
And
Yeah.
others too.
And I agree with you on that, Pasta. I know that maybe politically we don't necessarily see eye to eye, but yeah, it's always single voter fucking issues. Like nobody votes for the future per se. They vote for what's going to make them feel good for the next 4 years until something else happens.
That's
Or
kind of like a human condition, anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
say we bring no, that's not the answer either. I'm just saying that's not the
Off
answer.
with his head.
Yeah, because the monarchy's gone really well.
Well, yeah, look, how many people has Prince, is it Andrew now?
Albert.
Is that... That guy's in a can.
That's what I was going to say. How many people let Prince Albert out of the can?
Yeah. No, what's it? I want to say Prince Charles, but he's King Charles now, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
How many minors has he raped and got away with?
King Charles?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Oh, it's got to be something crazy.
It's got to
He
be
was-
in the Epstein book.
Yeah, he was in the Epstein book, but
Yep.
The king
But
is
yeah,
chosen by God, LOL. You can't voter fraud the big guy upstairs. Well, you can try.
Well, I think that's what we were talking about earlier. Was Prince? What was it? What was his name?
Prince Andrew is also in the book.
Yeah,
isn't
Prince
he?
Andrew and Virginia Giuffre or whatever, and then Ghislaine Maxwell was in the background. That's the specific picture we were talking about earlier. Was Ghislaine Maxwell says she recognizes that photo to investigators at one point, but now when she's talking to someone who's doing a documentary, she says she recognizes the photo, but she thinks it's fake, saying that it's her house, but she doesn't remember them ever being together in that house or that setting. So she's going back on her words.
Huh.
Yeah.
It must have been that really good date rape drug that they have on the island.
It could have been.
Fentanyl.
Pineapples. Pizza. Chicken wings.
Fentanyl.
Well, do you know
You
that
keep going back and forth to fentanyl here, Dan. Is there something you know that we don't?
Yeah.
Fentanyl.
Yeah.
It's in everything.
Yeah, we got to get back to those American-made drugs. If I have 2 words for you, made in America. Only 2 words you need to hear tonight. Made in America.
Oh, God.
I put fentanyl on my Cheerios in the morning. Gives it a nice kick. Hey, Chief DeLorean, it's good to see you.
Oh my fucking God, Hunter Biden, you've joined the chat. Holy shit. Nice to see ya.
Oh, that fucking guy, man. That's
Hi, Miss Barry's
Miss
boys.
Barry's boys. Good evening.
Good evening.
So we've set things up a little different. I have my own camera now. I'm actually out here at the table, believe it or not. So, we've got different cameras here. We got me, we got Bryon, we got JD, and we got Dan. So
Got him. No.
What's going on with everyone? Ketamine. I don't know much about ketamine. Do you guys know?
Special K.
No,
No, so
there's actually a special drug that just came out that's supposed to be just like ketamine that isn't ketamine, that they just found in Australia, actually. There's one specific place that's just like Seattle that's supposed to be a do-it-yourself thing, and they use scientists to authenticate whether the drugs are coming in. And they found out that there's a bunch of drug dealers in a specific part of Australia that are mimicking ketamine, but it has a totally different effect.
you have to suck it out of like a flesh hose.
No, I mean that's
No.
like if a snake bit you in the butthole.
Gross.
Does it happen to you before?
No, but I'm guessing that's what a flesh hose would be.
No. I'll show you a flesh hose later. Off camera.
See, the under table camera again.
Yeah.
Oh,
Under table camera. No, so there's dude, they're doing like weird, almost psychedelic treatments to people with ketamine. So it'll help you work through stuff by making you fucking hallucinate and just trip balls.
Ketamine?
Yeah.
Yeah, it only lasts like 15 minutes, though.
Yeah.
I thought that was DMT.
That's ketamine, too.
So I think ketamine causes almost the same stuff as DMT. Like, Theo Vaughn talks about being on ketamine. Like, he did 6 or 7 treatments with a therapist to try to work through shit where they just put him on ketamine. Like, get him all fucked up with a therapist sitting there. And he's like,
Really?
yeah, what did he say he was? He was like a nut sack or something. Like, something weird. And he's like, yeah, what if that's all we are in the universe? The big nut sack.
Hey, check that out. Electroshock therapy more effective for treating depression than ketamine.
Electroshock. You will not be depressed. Oh, are you feeling a little depression right now? Psst, fucking wow.
Feel electrified.
All right. Miss Barry's boys, I fell, I hurt. That is very unfortunate. Hopefully you're not too badly hurt. Chief DeLorean not been bitten by a snake on the butt. Good to know. Noted. Ketamine causes complete disassociation. They call it the K-hole. No relation.
So the story that I was talking about earlier was drugs sold as ketamine turns out to be something scientists have never seen before. What they're calling it is called CanKet. A drug researchers, which resembles ketamine but has two important chemical differences, has been reported by the Australian National University. The scientist who found it suspects the drug is circulating widely in Australia and possibly worldwide, but differences in drug laws mean it has only been found in Canberra. Apparently, the similar story in China as well, and the reason why they are making something very similar is to not be illegal or have the same classifications as illegal substances. Interesting.
Kind of like that smoke crap they call bath salts or something.
Well,
No, I think you're referring to
I think it was spice K2 or
Spice,
whatever
that's
it's
right.
called.
yeah, spice, and then also there's something else too. What is that? They sell it kratom.
Oh, kratom.
Yeah.
Yeah, kratom is used in multiple different purposes. Apparently, there's like 8 different types of kratom, depending on what your abuse level is of drugs and stuff like that. Well, and the reason why I say
So
that
no,
is
and it's not
because-
just abusive drug. My mom takes kratom,
Yeah.
and it was because they have her on so many pain pills for her back and neck and shoulder. It's a very, very low dose because that shit'll fuck you up.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
It's really bad.
Yeah, like I said,
But in small doses, it creates, I don't know if it's neuropathy, but you don't hurt as much.
it's got the same effects as CBD, but from what I understand is that there's 8 different types of kratom in different strengths, like you were saying. The top strengths are
No,
usually
I think you were saying that.
to cure cure people from heroin. They said that some of the strength from kratom can actually mimic the exact effects of doing heroin without the crash, I guess, the crash and burn. And then the lower strengths can also mimic the effects of CBD because what it does is it numbs your nerve endings, so you don't have the same effects in your body that hurts all the time.
The crack version of creatine. Are you speaking from? Oh, hang on. I just realized. Congratulations, you guys. You've discussed DMT during a podcast. That is a rite of passage. Well, thank you for that.
What is that? Dimethyltryptophan, I think is it.
So
is what that
cool
is?
fucking thing. If you want to ayahuasca, they have places here in Washington where you can go do like an ayahuasca vacation, like 4 days.
I think there's one in Portland now too, because they legalized all types of substances.
Yeah. So ayahuasca in Washington State, it has to be done on a
Native land.
native reservation. Yeah, and it's all guided.
Can you have some of what? We've discussed many drugs. Which one would you
Can
like?
I have some?
Oh, the
You can have whatever you want.
kratom.
Yeah, take some.
Kratom is sold at smoke shops.
Almost
like Zaxx or
every
whatever you wanna
fucking
call it.
gas station.
Yeah,
sells
every
that shit.
gas station.
I wouldn't necessarily
seems-
trust the gas stations as much as I would trust the smoke shops, but either way, smoke shops and gas stations shouldn't be selling that kind of stuff. I think that you should leave that to the pot stores. To
Listen,
sell that.
I was feeling a little harsh after work, and I just wanted to get some salt to put in my bath. And the stuff the gas station and smoke shop sold me, it just felt horrible.
It
in the
just
bath.
absorbed into your skin really
Yeah, it
fast.
was really weird.
It's not. It's supposed to linger.
Pee hole burned.
A federal job. Oh, so you're part of the problem. The Fed. Gross.
For legal reasons due to my federal job, I have no experience in such drugs.
Look, here's the thing: most FBI agents are on drugs, so we know
It's a
this.
prerequisite.
Yeah.
Like how many
CBD.
how many drugs have you done?
Miss Berry Boy's the best place to go get CBD and that specific thing, because I'm assuming you divulge in the Mary Janes. Go to a dispensary and they have CBD there. 50 milligrams or higher would probably do better. They have the bombs. That's kind of like the Tiger bombs. It's more like a salve. It's really good for you. My
That
parents
fucking
use it.
reminds me the fucking the balms and the salves and stuff like that. They're kind of expensive, but they're fucking potent. I remember seeing my aunt one day, and she opens it, and it was a hot day, and it spills all over her hand. So she's like, "Oh no, that's okay." She starts rubbing it on her arms and legs and neck and back and shoulder, and then she got different. it was so funny. She got so baked off of just rubbing this stuff in because it spilled on her hands. Like, what are you supposed to do? And then next thing I know, we're walking through like the Crystal Voyage down in Tacoma, and she's like touching everything and putting it up in the light, like really looking at it really close.
Like,
she's she's so fucking baked. It was like, oh shit, that stuff works really good. She's like, yeah, no, I'm not a pothead. I don't smoke weed.
It's
Like,
just fucking wasted.
Just rub it all over yourself. That's awesome.
Yeah. What was that you were referring to? Some kind of CBD oil or something?
Yeah, it was a THC CBD solve. So it's like they take the oil
Or salve.
salve, but they mix it into like beeswax and coconut oil and different stuff like that. So it almost works like a lotion that soaks into your skin.
But it has
So,
THC in it.
Yeah, and it affects literally the nerves wherever you hurt, wherever you put it, it affects those nerves because that's where it soaks into. So
So
yeah.
how did it go to her head then? She spilled it on her hands.
Yeah, because she put it,
Just wiping.
dude. She put it everywhere. She's wiping the back
like
of her neck
sunblock.
and her arms. Yeah, like fucking sunblock. It was great. She was so high. And then
CBD
afterwards, they
was
gave her
great.
like
There we
some
go.
sample gummy bears, and she was just eating
I
all
like,
of
yeah, I
those.
like those. The gummy bears.
It's
Anything
so
gummy is
funny,
fucking
so awesome.
amazing, by the way. The biggest reason why, too, is because anything at a dispensary has to contain THC unless you go to like a supplement store. So if you're getting CBD from like a supplement store, don't worry about it, because you'll be able to pass a piss test. But if you need to take a piss test, do not go to a dispensary to buy
Dude,
CBD.
that is bad advice.
Yeah.
That is horrible advice.
What?
So
Not going to dispensary?
no, that you'll pass a piss test. So working
CBD is
working
not illegal.
in a but if you have any job for NTSB
Yeah.
where you're CDL qualified, anything like that, CBD will give you enough over time
By itself, no.
to piss hot. Yes, it will.
Well, no. CBD, the reason why I say that is because it has 0 and it has to say non-detected or ND on the bottle. If it doesn't say 0
Oh.
or ND, then it has THC in it, and that's the reason why you're popping hot.
So CBD does contain THC, but yes, Rick Simpson oil, RSO, fucking amazing. Like really, really, really good stuff. My stepmom was dealing with cancer, and that was one of the things that really helped her hold on. RSO, good
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah, from the stuff that we had at our store at the very beginning, I think we went through Green something or other, some kind of website that specializes in CBD for like dog treats and cat treats and equestrian stuff. So that way, horses that experience a lot of pain, you can actually give that to them, and it has no THC. And from my understanding, for a supplement store, it has to say ND. And if it doesn't, then it has to be sold in a dispensary, and you have to have a special license for that. But that's something that I actually got into, and they had what's called tryptophan.
The same stuff in Turkey. Yeah.
Yeah, so they had tryptophan, and then they also had terpenes with CBD. And the terpenes are like Red Bull mixed with CBD and gummies, and they are fucking awesome. Because if you're not feeling like that energized whatever, and you don't want to drink energy drinks, eat the gummy frogs or whatever the fuck it is with terpenes and CBD in it. Amazing. I felt great after that, and it had no THC in it.
With terpenoids, though.
I don't know. I don't know anything about terpenes or terpenoids or anything about that. I just know that terpenes work great.
So terpenoids, that's what they say creates like, oh, certain weed will make you like relax, certain weed will make you this, it'll make you that. They say it's the terpenoids, and that's like when it's got a piney flavor, when it's got a this flavor.
There's turpentine.
Those are terpenoids.
Turpentine,
Almost like
yeah,
turpentine.
okay.
Don't smell the turpentine. Don't
Yeah,
smell
you wanna sleep for a long time? Take some
Yeah.
turpentine.
Call me Rip Van Winkle.
We call that the forever sleep.
Right. So it's funny too because I went to the dispensary to buy my grandmother some salve, and I knew that it would contain THC.
Fentanyl is great for insomnia. Yes, it is. Yeah. I knew this guy, took some fentanyl, slept forever. Couldn't wake him up.
Depends on your dosage of fentanyl.
Just
You can have the forever sleep if
Just-
you would like.
just like this on the fucking steering wheel of his Honda Civic. Because they all drive Honda Civics.
Are you referring to your everyday neighborhood tweaker?
No. See, the main difference between tweakers and fentanyl addicts is how quickly they die. Fentanyl addicts, wait, like that. Can I? That snap sounds horrible. Like that.
That was a better snap.
That was a better snap.
Hey, if you're in the chat, say hello. We want to know you're here.
Yeah.
We want to talk to you. You can talk to us. Obviously, we're talking about drugs.
Drugs.
Yeah, we're talking about drugs right now. So,
But I mean, seriously, if you want to talk about your anal warts, Conrad, just talk about them.
we're not here to judge anyone, except for all the people that we judge.
So the story that I had was that I went to a dispensary and got some CBD, right? And my grandmother, she had ACL surgery, so her fucking leg is locked up on her, and it had THC in it. So I bring it home, and they're gummies. And I was like, all right, just eat 2 of these, and you'll be fine, whatever. And she mistook that for like
2
more
bags.
than 2, and I think she ate
bags.
like 4 or 5 of them, and she was laughing. And she was fucking hopping around on her 1 foot and shit like that. I mean, it's the most active I've seen her in like 20 years.
That's awesome.
But she was laughing so fucking hard. I was like, how many did you eat? And she goes, I don't know, like 4 or 5. I was like, fucking A.
Awesome.
And they're caramels, too.
Hey,
So you know how.
you could talk in person, and I am semi-bad at letting you know. But right now, you're on a 24-hour shift, so you couldn't be here anyway. And I put a post out about this yesterday with our new Facebook, a Lack of Thought Podcast Facebook, which will probably be taken down at some point after this podcast. But yeah, we're trying to set up a schedule. Right now, it's kind of sporadic. Our other host, Nate, he works on the weekends, so it's hard to get him in here. Yeah, well, the page I just started the page yesterday, so so on the weekends, we're going to try to take a day to take a couple hours to do this. We're still setting stuff up, obviously. It's a different setup now than it was last time. We're always updating and upgrading and moving stuff around. I wanted to be at the table, for once, and be able to talk to the guys directly, or not just guys, but anyone.
More of a face-to-face conversation versus
Yeah, it's
the
just-
other side of the wall.
Yeah, it's better than just being stuck in the control room, so...
Yeah, it's nice having you over here for a change, staring at your fucking eyes from the monitors here, because that's all I can see. 'cause I'm
And
so short.
Pasta, you're, letting down a group of people here. I can't take ibuprofen, so shut up,
Neither
you suck.
can most pregnant women, because it actually causes heart defects. And
I'm
Did you
not-
just compare Mike to a pregnant
I'm
woman?
not a pregnant woman.
no.
Yeah, most bitches with babies can't take it.
Oh, that's a ding.
Uh,
Afraid that's unacceptable.
Well, no, I can't take it because I have elevated liver enzymes, so I'm not supposed to take anything that can make that worse. So I take Tylenol, and Tylenol is the shit. But
That's-
I do
Hey.
take Tylenol as well. I don't take
I just saw
ibuprofen.
a cool news article.
oh yeah,
Magic Johnson in talks to buy record-breaking stake in Raiders. So Magic Johnson, didn't your mom meet up with Freddie Mercury, Michael, like Magic Johnson, and
my mom,
yeah, didn't she meet those guys like 9 months before you were born?
Mom, if you're in the chat
Yeah.
still.
Yeah, Magic Johnson, Freddie Mercury, like who are the other ones? Like
Tiny Tim. Don't do that.
That explains why I have AIDS.
oh,
Weird. Now I know.
Damn.
Oh. No, but I will say this. It's made for women. It's called Pamprin. That shit is off the chain. Like, if you have a headache or you got something hurting, that extra strength Pamprin is the shit.
so no fucking lie.
Hangovers
Like
too. It's good for hangovers.
2 or 3 nights ago, gnarly headache. Fucking, I'd already taken ibuprofen. Wake up in the middle of the night with a headache. Get into the Midol. Oh,
Same thing.
yeah.
Pamprin
Yeah, I've
Midol.
taken my
Fucking awesome. Like took like 4 or 5 of those. Just out. Just good. I think it might have been a lot, but it
Well, I
worked.
think when I was working at Federal Way, because we had 3 girls and 1 guy for all the shifts, and they had no fucking Tylenol or Advil or nothing. I'm like, here, take a Midol. I was like, what, am I fucking bitchy today or something? And they fucking looked at me like I was a fucking dick. And
Did
I
they
was
all
like, well,
cycle
I didn't
together?
realize.
That'd be
it was-
horrible. Do they all cycle together? One guy and
I
like 4
don't
girls? Like, that'd be
fucking know,
fucking
man.
Horrible.
But I
Like,
guess I wasn't
no,
paying attention to what I said. When I said
3 weeks out of the month are great to work with them. It's just 1 week that my job sucks.
Yeah, nobody fucking shows up. Some fucking
Keep saying
FMLA bullshit.
Yeah, keep saying that their aunt from out of town is visiting. Aunt Flo.
Here we go. Red Wings.
That's that red wave we were talking about earlier.
Aw.
There's the red wave.
Yeah, like that.
Fuck. Fucking rusty pennies.
Oh.
Get your iron, folks. Once a month.
We dropped down to 2 viewers, and I wonder why.
Weird.
Sucking on a penny. Fuck.
You ever seen the movie Hell Ride? With Vinnie Jones, and it's got kind of a great cast. It was like done by Quentin Tarantino and somebody else.
I think I saw it at your house, actually.
So Vinnie Jones is the dude called Billy Wings is his character's name. He's got this girl, and she's next to him. She's like, "What are all those tattoos for?" And he's like, "Well, the blue and gold wings are for eating a cop's pussy, and these red wings are for eating a bleeding pussy." And it's like just Vinnie Jones, like the best thing ever. Like as soon as he starts going, she gets all uncomfortable and is trying to get away from him, and he just. The purple wings are for eating a dead pussy. Like one of Vinnie Jones's best things, like best things he's ever done. Just great.
On that note, chat, what's going on?
Yeah, 2 viewers still. I thought the Vinnie Jones story would get us down to 1.
Who's still here? Reluctantly.
I don't think that Restream's accurate on the 2 or whatever. Even when I jumped in, like when it was at 5, it didn't go up to 6 when I was in there. So I think it's not necessarily accurate. I think it's a delay or something.
Could be.
There's probably more people. Where's the talent portion of the show? Play some Credence. Oh yeah.
That's a different show. That's
you should
not this
ask
show.
Mike how long I fucking stuck a song in his head while I was at work.
Fucking Creed. Oh my god, I hate that band.
Oh no.
I hate that band.
Can you take me higher?
I think it was that fucking song too.
Place where I belong.
You ever watch those YouTube short videos or whatever where they're doing like the they get rid of all the music and it's just someone singing and it just sounds like shit.
Check this out. We've got fucking Red Wings on, on Twitch. You can send us Red Wings.
Oh Jesus.
And one of those.
Oh man.
So Scott Sapp, what a piece of shit, huh?
Elaborate.
Well, he's a piece of shit, first off. And then secondly, his voice sucks. He's the lead singer of...
The band formerly known as Creed.
Yeah. Scott Stapp.
He is a piece of shit. Okay, so what has he
Oh
done to
no,
be?
I've got a staph infection. No, I have to talk like this all the time.
So what makes him a piece of shit?
Same thing that makes Nickelback a piece of shit. Like, they just suck. I
What
don't
makes
know.
Nickelback a piece of shit?
That they suck. They're horrible. Look at this photograph. Every time I do it makes me laugh.
I have to agree about with that.
Every
one.
time I bet that bed. And what the hell is on Joey's head? It's like fucking horrible. Like
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
pretty bad.
it's shitty music.
Didn't they
He's
do
a
the
piece of
Rockstar
shit
song,
out of
though?
control. Hey. Oh wait, are we talking about Scott Stapp or me? I don't. This is a disease. I have a disease, okay? That's not my fault.
You're one to talk pasta.
Yeah.
Shots fired.
Come from the guy who yells, "Grab the bootstraps" when you're walking down a dark alley.
You guys say what you want about Conrad. I saw him the other day, like we were driving out of here, and I think the sheep had gotten stuck in a fence, and Conrad was really trying to help push that sheep through the fence. He stopped
So
to
it's
help
an
this
act of
poor.
kindness.
Yeah, he stopped this poor defenseless animal. It was stuck there. It was just bawling like crazy, and Conrad's trying to push it through the fence. I don't.
It's all in the hips.
Yeah,
It's all in the hips.
He was trying to help that animal as much as he could. I mean, he was there for a good 3, maybe even 5 minutes.
Almost
I
got
bet
him
the
through.
sheep was still stuck.
So what does everybody want to talk about?
Was there no lanolin? There was no lanolin you could use?
At least spit on it first.
What's that song? Black sheep, have you any wool? Sheep looks back. Yes, sir. 3 bags full.
Hey, it doesn't matter what color the sheep is, okay?
Hey, man, I'm just reciting a song I didn't create.
Oh, man. Who's still in this chat room? Who's still in here? If you're in here, raise your hand.
I
or,
literally think it's just Conrad.
or say,
think that's
hi,
it.
I'm here.
What happened to Miss Barry's something or other?
Just me and
Jesus.
Ms. Berry Boys, are you still here? She probably went out to get some kratom.
That sounds good.
Some CBDs.
CBD's nuts on your chin.
I guess we got to take the camera off of him. He's going out for a pee-pee. Put the camera on you.
Yeah, don't worry. Like, it's been a lot of pee breaks. We're going to check each other's prostates right after.
Okay, he's gone. Nobody in chat has mentioned the pubic hair fucking sweater he's wearing.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Like, we gave everybody good things. Like, hey, ask him about his pubic hair sweatshirt. And everyone's like, oh, I'm not going to ask him about that because I want one.
Yeah. So, I mean, when he comes back, let's talk about the sweater. That apparently doesn't smell good either, Bryon has said.
Yeah. Just reminds me of somebody.
It says there's 3 people in here. I think it's a lie.
So I'm one.
Conrad's probably
Conrad's 2.
JD's probably 1.
I wish it would show me. I'm in the Twitch chat only.
Well, that's the only ones we have viewers from.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we're not in the algorithm yet on YouTube. We probably won't make it there.
Did you say Al Gore rhythm?
Algorithm.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, he invented the internet. So clearly that's why they call it an Al Gore rhythm.
He's going to save the planet.
Excelsior.
Man, Bear Pig at the real.
I'm super ethereal.
Oh.
See, where? Son of a bitch. What the fuck?
Oh, JD's back.
Hey. What's up, guys?
See,
And
can I get this
gals.
count?
There might be women in here,
and
too.
gals.
We are all inclusive.
Whoa, man. Whoa.
So what's up, everybody? How you all doing tonight?
How
Hope
was
you guys are liking the show.
How was your pee? Was it good?
Oh, it was great. One thing I did notice walking away from the camera is that the back of my jacket says Jack. It's really fucking weird because I would think the jack would be on the front of the jacket, but also the fact, too, is that this zips up from the left side. Usually that indicates that it's a woman's jacket.
That makes some
that would
sense,
make sense
actually.
why Jack is on the back. Because I would have made a joke that says, have you
So,
met Jack?
Jack.
But now I don't want people to meet Jack.
But somebody's jacked on your back now.
Well, it seems like that because there's Jack everywhere.
Oh, man. Well, it would make sense about, that jacket because there's rumors going around of what
Somebody
it might
brought
be
it up
made-
in somebody brought it up in chat. It's nobody here.
What?
What kind of hair is that?
What kind of hair is what?
Alpaca?
Oh, I have no idea,
Lamb.
man. No idea.
We
Pubic?
do.
Natives made it.
Oh.
Oh, now I know what it is.
Yeah.
What kind of hair is it, Dan?
Was it Old Natives?
I don't know. I think it was Puyallup natives.
Oh, there's at least a couple. 'Cause it's kind of got some gray to it.
Oh.
Are you insinuating that someone got skinned?
No.
No. Maybe shaved.
That it's got a very distinct musk, if you will.
Oh.
It's got a musk to it.
It's got Elon.
Little stank.
The 70s type of steak?
Thanks, chat, again for letting us down.
Yeah.
Fuckers.
Yeah, no shit.
All right, what are we talking about now?
Could talk about the NASTEC lines.
The what?
NASTEC lines.
Peru.
Oh, NASCAR lines, they basically turn left the whole time.
Yeah, it's for illiterate drivers.
Of course.
No, NASCAR lines actually run through the
He's
United
making
States.
a left turn. He's making
said that
another
they're
left turn.
Depicted on the stars, the way that the constellation is in the sky. And they said that everywhere that you'll find a Nazca line is basically underground tunnels in the United States.
Mike's leaving now.
Yep, time for me to make a pee-pee.
So did you hear about that kid that he literally went through and studied where all the Aztec ruins were?
Mm-hmm.
And on Google Maps, he marked where an unfound ruin should be. And it was based on the fact of where the lines that you're talking about are compared to everywhere else, compared to the constellations. And he went, no, there should totally be a ruin right here. And there fucking was.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to find a ruin, never been discovered before, because they went through the lines, the constellations, Google Maps.
Yep. Yeah, it's interesting because I think it was last year or the year before that, there was a high school or something like that. And something happened underneath the stadium where like there was a loud explosion or something like that. And I started looking up, because this is back in like the Alice in Wonderland shit started happening with the QAnon stuff, and they were talking about the rabbit holes and all that kind of shit. Well, anyways, the fucking
Are we talking about rabbi holes again?
yeah, so the
and QAnon.
QAnon.
Are we really?
Yeah, he says QAnon. I don't think that's right. It's QAnon.
Well,
Oh.
it's QAnon and Blue Anon now, apparently, because there's.
I figured it was
Democrat
like
conspiracy theorists.
Anakin Skywalker. QAnon.
QAnon,
Yeah.
like Cannon, almost with a Q.
Oh, Nick
Quanon?
Cannon. Nick Cannon has a lot of kids.
Quanon,
Joe Biden rapes kids.
Quincy.
That's quite the allegation.
Sniffs them. It's sniff rape. It's not like penetrative, but we can prove sniff rape.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Nazca lines actually lined up with one of the stadiums that fucking blew up underneath. It's pretty interesting. And then I guess like there was this post that was made about a year ago or something like that on 4chan that tied up to one of the posts or something, and they were talking about Alice in Wonderland. Sure
now,
enough.
4chan, that's a credible source.
Oh yeah, 4chan, 8chan.
What is that all about?
8chan, 4chan, 8chan. It's like the dark side of Reddit. So you'll find a lot of weird conspiracies and stuff like that on there. I'm not sure if they're theories or not, but you also find our
Speaking
ABC government that's on there too.
Oh, I have to interrupt. Speaking of conspiracy theories and conspiracy theorists.
Oh, Brian's trying to take a piss.
Uh-oh.
I was gonna just pee under the table.
Table cam.
So, does anybody know what Alex Jones is being charged for now? How much money?
How much money
It
is
was
Alex?
almost $1 million.
Oh, it's way more now.
Almost $1 billion.
It's more than that.
Oh, it is?
$2.75 trillion.
Oh, fuck. Come on.
I mean, how stupid of a number can you go? I mean, that
For
is some
exercising
Dr.
your
Evil
First
shit
Amendment
going.
Rights. Yeah, you get to pay $2.5 trillion.
2.75 trillion, which is a little less than the GDP of fucking France.
Yeah, but what is the worth of Saudi petroleum?
I have no
Currently.
idea.
Let me look that up real quick.
Are you seeing if the numbers match?
Saudi petroleum. Yeah, because Apple's worth 2.5 trillion. And Elon Musk said that in the next few years that Tesla will be worth 4.8 trillion, which doubles the amount of Apple and Saudi together
Oh man, that would be fantastic because I have shares in Tesla. So keep it going, Elon. Make me that money.
Petroleum. Company.
Elon Musk says a lot of things. Do you hate Elon too? I mean, you fucking hate everyone.
He's the best troll. I love it.
I mean, Pasta hates everyone. He hates Ben Shapiro
2.1 trillion actually. So Saudis were 2.1 trillion.
Oh, he is an excellent troll. Definitely. So
He's the reason why I bought Dogecoin and made money off of it. I made $9,000 off of Dogecoin.
The IRS has entered the chat.
I already paid it. Sorry, someone got it first. Oh yeah, wait, you. 2.3
How many beers
trillion.
did you bring?
What?
How many beers did you bring?
Just enough.
Just enough for who? Just
Well,
you?
yeah, there's some over there. There's some over there.
I'm not drinking the skanky beer that's fucking been here for a year and a half.
It's been here for at least a year, but it's not.
It's not bad, is it?
When does beer go bad?
Doesn't.
When was it born on date?
I don't know.
Oh, beer does
1776 because it was made in America.
Yeah.
went down to one viewer. Even Pasta left.
I don't hate Elon, but I'm leaving now. You guys have made me upset.
Well, no, because
He's there.
he said that he was going to buy Twitter and erase 70%
I
of the
can't
staff.
hear you.
He said what?
He's going to fire 70% of the Twitter staff.
Good.
Well,
'Cause-
hey, he'll make it actually efficient, you know?
Yeah,
or
so
worth something.
again, you remember what I was talking about earlier when I said that person that worked for Facebook was talking about how 10% of their people are all that really worked. The other 90% were, it
Work
was
from home or
50%. No, that they were activists. And they're there because the patriarchy needs to be crushed. And they somehow got away with that sort of fucking work. Like
Really?
they didn't do anything. Yeah.
That's crazy.
When I'll find that interview and send it to you. It was fucking funny.
Woke
hearing him
go
talk
broke,
about
I
it.
guess. Twitter's mostly bots, according to Elon. I support him crashing Twitter. Hey, look at that. Pasta's joined our side.
Yeah, fuck being on Twitter. I've never been on Twitter.
I've been on Twitter. I was kicked off of Twitter. I tagged
Actually, no,
Jack Dorsey.
I
Look,
take that.
I've twatted before.
I'm lying. I do have a Twitter. I originally got it to follow Jeremy Clarkson after he got fired from Top Gear.
He's got his own new show now, apparently.
He's got a bunch of shit.
Clarkson Farms.
Clarkson-
Clarkson Farms.
That's been fantastic.
Yeah, that's great. They're doing a second season of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait. I just think it's fun. This is if you guys haven't seen it yet, it's still worth watching. And spoiler alert, at the end, he does all of this shit for one fucking year to try and have a farm, does everything. And I think it was like 83 cents is what
He made. So farms are subsidized by the government for the most part, and a lot of people don't understand why. And the reason is the cost of farming actually costs more than the produce that actually comes out of farming. And so all these farms get government subsidies because they couldn't operate otherwise. So at the end of this year, this harvest year that he did for the first season, he profited 122 British pounds. 122. And that was, I believe, after the government subsidy. So he would have lost money otherwise.
How
Which
much
is
money
crazy.
did he spend to make 122 bucks?
That's the question.
like $1 million. Yeah. And that's
Wow.
not including the property because it was like the first
A
couple
1%
episodes.
return.
Dude, it's so worth watching because it shows him. And of course, it's Jeremy Clarkson. So at first, he buys a Lamborghini tractor. Complete fucking wrong thing. But he's like, well, I own a Lamborghini. But then they're going, yeah, but you need more than a tractor. And they're getting like the harvesters and this and that. And there's a bunch of stuff that he just can't afford.
Yeah.
So you rent them. And then to get the labor done, you're paying farmers to come in and help you harvest.
Only if you need it.
Yeah.
So, if you start with
It's-
one
it's
field,
Are
awesome.
you talking about England, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's the same over here.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
the
It's the exact
very
same over
similar
here?
over here.
Well, yes, and Primarily, yes. I mean, I was looking at buying a farm in eastern Montana, a working farm, and I was looking into the property and everything else. And, you can Google anybody's name and stuff will pop up. So I Googled the property owner's name. And yes, both him and I believe the father, who also is in charge of the farm, they both get government subsidies for the farm. And that's just to offset cost of doing the work. I mean, when you put fuel and fertilizers, seeding, all of that stuff that goes into being a farmer, and I'm definitely not a farmer, but I do have, a small little chicken farm. It's expensive. Like, it is no fucking joke expensive to even having chickens costs quite a bit of money. I mean, I can afford it, hence why I have it.
That also is like there's a Montesano factor, isn't there, in that?
What do you mean, Monsanto?
Monsanto or whoever they are. They're the ones that regulate that whole industry, if I'm not mistaken.
They're a big part of it.
They pretty much took it over, and you made it so you do it our way or the highway, pretty much.
I don't think that there's been as big as a monopoly lately, but I know Monsanto's a huge part of it, especially in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
But
it
right now,
Monsanto?
Monsanto.
Not Montesano. Montesano's a place like on your way to Aberdeen.
yeah, that's also a place. But Monsanto, Montesano, I think Monsanto is the actual company that we are talking about.
Yeah, it is.
But the biggest part of what's going on right now is like, isn't there a farmer strike? Where was this at?
In the Netherlands.
Was it Netherlands?
It's currently in the Netherlands. Yeah, they want to cut down nitrogen emissions, and so they've told all the farmers to stop farming. So you're gonna crash your food supply because you're fucking stupid, and you don't want your farmers to work because of the green.
Is that a socialist country?
No, not by majority. Look at all the farmers. The farmers are pretty much what make that specific part of the Netherlands on the map. Is because they're farming and exports.
Yeah, that whole nether region.
But no, getting back to it, I mean, even owning chickens, so I have to buy chicken feed and hay and stuff to supplement the chicken feed. It all costs money, and I don't know the actual cost because my wife takes care of that and she just spends the money. But it's at least, I don't know, $50 a month, in supplies for the chickens.
How many chickens?
I have 17 chickens right now. So we just had a new one born naturally. We didn't have to incubate it or anything. The chickens all did it themselves.
It's almost like it's ingrained in them to do that stuff.
It's weird, yeah. They have sex with each other. Well, it's chicken rape more than anything.
It's rape.
It is definitely chicken rape.
Birds don't have sex; they have rape.
Yeah,
And the unwanted chickens get turned into nuggets. Get sent to McDonald's.
The bad ones, the flawed ones.
But it's an immense cost, and a lot of people don't realize that. And I've cruised a couple Facebook posts here and there, and I should not do that. But people would be like, "Well, you just get government subsidies anyway. Why are you bitching about being a farmer?" Well, because you don't make any fucking money. Like, you don't make any money.
Costs are fucking astronomical.
Yeah, the startup costs are ridiculous, and as the price of fuel goes up, everything runs off of diesel.
So that's what's gnarly. People are going, oh, even with all this, food costs have only gone up a little. Next year is gonna fucking blow.
Next year is gonna be fucking ridiculous.
Most farmers, well, even though a lot of people in tech and in these other industries think that farmers are fucking stupid, they're extremely intelligent, and they've already invested this year into next year's harvest, meaning that most of them have several thousand gallons of fuel, because you can't just drive your tractor to the fucking gas station and fuel it up.
No.
And it doesn't make sense to run a 20 or 30 gallon tank and fill that up every couple days.
Yeah.
You've got 8 to 10,000. My grandparents have, I think, 1,000 gallon tank for gasoline at their property. So most farmers, that's a big thing. You just keep gas on hand.
Well, yeah, most of them would be
This
gas
year-
trucks, right?
Yeah, well,
Just pull
they're
up to the
still
property.
they're still going off of last year's prices for fuel. The next crop will be this year's prices for fuel.
And it will
So-
be triple of what it was
Yep.
just for the cost of fuel. We're not talking about the cost of
to seed, to operate,
there's no-
to do
yeah,
anything
none of-
like that.
and
That's
labor.
just fuel.
remember, and that's, the trickle down economics. So seed's going to be more expensive because of how much it's going to cost in fuel and everything else to do the seed. Fertilizer, we get the majority of our fertilizer from Ukraine and Russia, so we're not getting any fucking fertilizer that way. And then we put in the fuel costs there, and so now what costs $20,000 for 1,000?
I heard a lot of fertilizer comes out of Poland. That place is just full of shit.
so you got to think. So at a thousand gallon container
Mhm.
for diesel at $2.50 a gallon or $3 a gallon, you're looking at $30,000 to fill. Now we've doubled that, so now you're at $60,000 to fill, and it's not like tractors suddenly got more economical. So it's fucking stupid. I mean, people.
Well, and even then, so cool. We've got this tractor that will now do more work using less fuel. It's a $400,000 tractor.
Yeah, at least.
So you're paying for that
better be
cost.
a
and
loud
that's
one.
and that's assuming you can get one, because we have the chip shortage, we have the worker shortage. So getting anything done, my neighbor right now is getting his relatively new, I think it's a Kenworth truck. He got somebody fell asleep at the wheel or something and fucking head-on collision with him, and the truck was hurt. He was fine, but the truck was hurt, so he had to bring it down to Kenworth and get that fixed. And it's been there for 8 months and is still not fixed. So even his side business that he was going to do to supplement his income, he still can't do because he can't get his fucking truck back because they're backlogged for fucking ever.
Yep.
Wild.
That's hitting our industry too. Our industry's been hit really hard in the audio video world because our chips are all made in
China.
China and Taiwan, and all of our stuff's made in China. We're not getting any of it. We can't get any of it. And
Listen, Baku, 2 words for you. Made in America.
so
This in's not a word. It's how
so
we-
people that aren't
the way of
preparing
it.
for next year now are going to be hurting really fucking bad next year. I mean, I'll be fine.
Just buy frozen food.
for the
Well,
most part. anyway.
luckily in America, we have this thing called a free market where people like, Bill Gates can be the number one property owner of all farmlands and then just not produce anything.
Well,
so-
he is producing something.
Yeah, mystery meat.
A mystery meat, exactly. It's produce based meat. So it's like tofurkey or whatever the fuck it is, or cricket treat.
Do you
You
think-
will eat the bugs. You will own nothing.
Yep,
And
you will like it.
And you'll like it. Exactly. You will be happy.
Yeah, he owns like what 270,000 acres or something like that.
Do you think at the end of all of this, like everyone's been eating what do they have it at? The Impossible Whopper and all of this impossible meat, and then like a year down the road, like, oh, Bill Gates comes out and he's like, "Ha ha! It was artificial buttholes we were feeding you," Like, just because he's been beat up his whole life.
Or, they talk about the testosterone levels in males dropping immensely
Yeah.
because we're taking a meat out of the diet, which meat is the actual most nutritious thing you can have.
Yep.
So you can't supplement
Calcium, iron.
all the iron and all that stuff. I mean, you can't easily supplement it. And so now we have a generation of soy boys coming out,
beta blockers.
that can't, they're afraid to do anything.
So, and to go along with that point, there's this weird thing. How often do you guys eat liver or organ meat?
As often as I can, actually.
Liver's
At least.
excellent.
Okay,
at least a
how
couple
often
times
do
a
you
month.
eat? A couple times a month.
Yep.
So
I
you
try
eat
to
it
eat as much
more
fish
than
as possible.
Oh, okay, I didn't say fish. I said organ meat,
Well, yeah, organs, fish organs. Eat
Not fish
the entire
organs.
fish.
like liver and intestine and gut and those sorts of things. Because again,
Well, the
Liver
Ukrainian
especially.
diet, believe it or not, is very interesting.
And they're standing up
It's-
to the
it's
Russians. It's a very
meaty.
small country.
It's very meaty. It's very
But I'm
what do they
I'm
call
not
it?
saying meat, because you could eat steak every day, and that's different than eating organ meat and eating these sorts of things that in the American diet we don't have. Like,
Yeah.
you don't eat liver. You
Well,
don't
it's-
eat
Used to.
kidney. You don't eat. All
Yeah, you
these
used
weird
to
fucking
chicken
things.
hearts and shit like that.
Liver and onions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hearts and gizzards. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
oh, I fucking love gizzards.
yeah,
Stuffed moose heart. There we go.
yeah.
104th and Portland Avenue, by the way, still sells gizzards. at
There's
their,
this place
little
up at
gas station, whatever the fuck it is.
oh, it's up in Beacon Hill in Seattle. It's a stone's throw away from where that
There
was
you go,
really
Nate.
Shout out to you, Nate.
bad. And dude, you go up there, you get the gizzards. They're okay. You come back to like my work, and we have a little air fryer. That fucking air fried gizzards, so dope.
So
good.
I want to get back to the being prepared for the fucking worst, because it's coming. You people that aren't preparing for any of this are
What do you
going
mean
to
by
eat
you
each other.
people?
The people that live in cities is actually what I'm referring to specifically. I
Mhm.
mean, if you live in a city and you have no idea how to sustenantly live, you are fucking screwed.
Yep.
So
Well, you're gonna be depending on Amazon Fresh to help you out, and that's not gonna work because eventually,
when you're paying $10 for one little leaf of lettuce,
yeah, eventually, guess what? Guess who's gonna run out of fucking paper to print bullshit money? Federal Reserve.
When
And
peop-
when that happens, all hell's gonna break the fucking walls, because you're not gonna have any money in the banks because they're all borrowing based off you. And the biggest way the banks make their money in the first place is they buy life insurance policies, and they hope that you buy them too. But the biggest proponent of life insurance policies is Bank of America by $16 billion a year, and that's what you're actually borrowing against. When you get paid and you have a direct deposit put in your bank, that's not actually your money. That goes directly to whatever life insurance policy the bank has bought. And then you get this little fucking number, essentially, that's attached to your account that says this is how much money you have. Well, like I read earlier, this article that Elon Musk is going to buy the Twitter or whatever, that's going to put the banks in the hole by $16 billion. So you can imagine if that shit happens, you're going to have another, Washington Mutual scam thing happen again, where that whole entire fucking banking system collapsed because they're giving out loans to people who couldn't afford them.
well, let's get back a little bit to
that shit's coming.
It's guaranteed to
that
come
shit's
because the
coming.
fucking housing market's gonna blow up, right? The taxes has already risen, so you have inflation, you have overpopulation, is what they're saying. But the overpopulation isn't of people.
It's not an earthquake. It's Bryon fucking shaking his legs.
Yeah,
I'm not shaking my legs.
it's not of overpopulation isn't of
Whipping
people.
that
The
thang.
overpopulation is of stupidity. The stupidity meaning that you're not saving enough food resources in case something happens, like the economy collapsing. Because what happens when
And that shit's coming.
what happens when they can't support the electricity from all these electronic or electric vehicles, right? And they're trying to ban petroleum, which isn't going to happen because all our medicine's based on petroleum anyway.
Plastic.
What's going to happen? Yeah, plastic's made by petroleum. Our medicine's made by petroleum. The biggest thing that's going to happen is that you're going to see all these petroleum industries leave the states, right? That's going to make the state completely dependent on electricity. And then when that happens, it's going to break the entire electric, what do they call that?
Grid?
The infrastructure. Yeah, the grid. And then you're going to start having rolling blackouts. And then once you start having blackouts, guess what's going to happen to all your produce? It's going to go bad. So if you don't have canned goods, rice, flour, all that shit stored, possibly eggs, because you can store eggs on the counter. You don't even have to put them in the fridge. But
Plus water dropping, which makes them last for like 2 years.
So
Yeah.
this is the other weird thing too. With the eggs, did you see that you shouldn't wash those?
I don't wash my eggs, no.
yeah,
Good.
even Mike
Yeah.
told me that.
Yeah, there's
Shouldn't
a
wash them.
protective layer that comes out from the chicken to preserve those eggs.
What's fucked
that
up
once
is
you wash them, that's gone and they're now porous and they'll soak in.
Which is part of the reason why store-bought eggs don't last as long
Exactly.
as farm eggs. So,
Yeah.
they have to wash
you know,
them.
when I give you guys, eggs, I don't wash them. I always tell people, "Hey, wash those eggs." So, I did want to talk to Dan a little bit, though, as he is an Alaskan native. What are some of the things that you guys would do to prepare for the worst? Because obviously, you guys had bullshit happening all the time, especially in the winter.
Please say bang moose.
Banging a moose. No, moose is good for a family of 6 for 8 months. So that's what we would do. And it's meat.
One moose.
Yeah, just one. So, I mean, produce ain't really big up there as far as, I mean, it is, but not to normal people.
Well,
normal
it costs
people
too
don't
much
grow
to
it.
bring up there, yeah.
And the season is really short.
So, and I'm guessing, what would you have for produce? Like fucking potatoes, like
Potatoes do grow good up
canned
there,
tomatoes,
yes.
that sort of stuff.
Yeah,
Radishes,
Either canned
anything
or-
that can
or
survive a
root.
winter.
Yeah.
pretty much. I mean, carrots don't get very big. It's kind of weird because in the Matanuska Valley they get like record size, but everywhere else they're just.
But what other things
Turkeys.
did you do as an Alaskan to prepare for a long winter? Because there are times you couldn't go to the fucking store because roads were snowed out or
Yeah, you live off the game. That's just what you do. Fish.
Shoot what you see.
A lot of fish. I mean,
Eat a lot of humans.
See, and that's that
you
weird
can preserve
thing.
fish several ways. It doesn't even need refrigeration.
Drying
Stick
it.
outside.
yeah,
They've
salt.
got that. I've only ever
Salt,
had
yeah.
it once, but
Jerky.
well, you can take it and you dry the fish out and you turn it into like a powder. Because then you add it, you're making
Like bone
soup,
meal almost.
almost, but you do it with the actual meat of the fish. So
Interesting.
yeah, it's almost like this powder where you can just eat that powder or you can add it to stuff.
Pretty
It gives
much,
you
if
your
you do what the
protein.
natives do, you'll survive.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on what they're doing. They've been there, done that for thousands of years.
Kind of like the next
So-
point too.
So gill net 3/4 of the way across the river. Got
If
it.
you can get away with it.
yeah, and also buy whatever stocks Nancy Pelosi's buying, so that way you actually make some money.
Yeah.
Yeah, apart from the fact the dollar's not going to be worth anything soon.
Yeah,
so,
it's not gonna matter.
thanks
And
to
then
bricks.
and then follow Nancy Pelosi on how to be a survivor lizard. person.
Yeah, survival.
She's half
Is she a
lizard.
lizard person? Is
I,
she a
I
reptilian?
think I
I'm
think
sure.
Mark
I don't-
Zuckerberg is probably the better choice for that situation there. He went
Yeah.
from having a full head of hair to having like his fucking hair receding over 2.5 inches. So I mean,
reptilian. He's a reptilian.
Lizard person.
see his eyes shift and shit. He's doing some kind of crack.
Oh, shape shifting.
Yeah, shape-shifting.
Yeah, Skinwalker Ranch stuff.
Yeah, that's interesting. But
I just watched that and
it's weird, isn't it?
It is
it's so
totally weird.
fucking stupid. That show is so fucking dumb.
I
Like
don't
the
watch the
like the
show.
security guy Dragon.
Yeah.
So I watched and I had to look it up because I'm like, what is the security qualifications for this fucking dude?
Dude,
And first of all, he carries around a 12 gauge shotgun all the time, which I can appreciate. A 12 gauge can do a lot.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a sling on it.
nope.
He just carries it in his fucking hand. It's like you're fucking stupid,
That way you can reactionary shoot at anything.
yeah,
Wendigo, Skinwalker, child, whatever comes in him, he can just shoot it.
it's all fake. Yeah, I couldn't believe it from watching the show because I was very not impressed with the way
I've
that
never
show
seen
was
the
done.
show. I don't know which one
I
you're
think
talking
I
about.
think the show itself is fake. I think it's like a Blair Witch type bullshit where they try to poke holes in the story, so to speak.
Oak
You know what I
Islands.
mean? They try to
They
give you the
create
humor,
drama out of nothing.
Yeah.
It's like
because it doesn't happen that often.
So it's
yeah,
just like the
it
curse
felt
of Oak Island.
exactly
Same
the
shit.
same
Yeah.
as Ghost Hunters.
I was gonna say Ghost Hunters because it's fucking funny. It's like, did you hear that? Did you? Oh, shh. Oh, I'm
My
scared.
tricorder says he had
Oh.
heard it.
Someone farted.
Listen, yeah, and then all of a sudden it's like, well, play it back, and it's like this. It's like, you hear that? It said, "I'm gonna kill you."
It's a
Listen
ghost
again.
fart.
No, that
Fucking white noise.
it didn't fucking say anything. You're retarded.
Well, and it's like they were freaking out about frequencies, and I know a lot about that sort of stuff, and they're like, look at all these frequencies suddenly jumping in amplitude, and I mean look how big the spectrum is, and it's like, dude, you're talking about like AM radio waves up to
Look, respect the spectrum.
and he's like,
okay?
oh, I can hear this high pitched thing, and he's like, it's 26,000 hertz. I'm like, bro, you can't hear past 20,000 kilohertz. Like the human ear doesn't hear anything above that. So, you're just throwing out a fucking random number to think, I looked at the dude's qualifications and sure, he's got all these fucking degrees and stuff, but you just said, 26,000 hertz. That's
awesome.
Yeah.
Because with a stupid job like that and all those degrees, luckily Biden's going to help him pay off some of those.
Well, his degree's probably in business, not fucking ghosts.
Yeah.
Not in conspiracies.
Did you ever see the South Park making fun of the ghost hunter thing?
No, I never saw that one.
Oh, it was so fucking funny. They're basically in there, and he's like, "Oh my god, did you hear that? Yeah, I heard that. Oh, there's a warm goo coming down the front of my pants." He's like pissing himself. He's like, "Oh no, now there's something warm and it's brown and stinky in the back of my pants. Oh, it's haunted." Yeah, it's fucking great.
Fucking ridiculous.
That shit's so fake. It's so funny. It's good video editing. It's good camera
Lizard
work
lick-toeing
on
is
like
about fake as that.
yeah. But that's all it is. It's just fake so that it's like the Kardashians. It's
Well,
really
like I said,
close.
I think majority of that show is like making light of a situation that doesn't occur as much as it does in that show specifically. I mean, they're probably just spending a shit ton of money just to make people watch it, kind of thing, because there is shit that happens there. It's just not like it is in the show. And that's like what's that fucking thing that we brought up a while back? I think it was like episode 4 or something like that. It was Roanoke, right? Roanoke, that shit is real. Like the shit that happens there, like some people don't fucking make it back. And it's weird because like the ghost stories and stuff you hear about, like the old Civil War that happened at Roanoke, right? They made like American Horror Stories, and those are supposed to be based on real things that happened. And like I said, that tied back into like a conspiracy. I think it was like a hotel or something like that, and Lady Gaga was in it. But that tied into the whole. Yeah, that tied in the whole. What was that fucking? I can't even think of what it's called now.
Do you know how you can tell if Lady Gaga is awake?
How?
You poke her face.
Yeah, but anyways, long story short, the fucking Roanoke stuff that happened there was based on a true story about like them painting the house that was there. I think it belonged to like a family at one point in time, and then the reason why they say military should take no quarter or something like that during wartime or whatever was based on that specific event. Because,
that's the Third Amendment.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what they were saying was that.
So what if the people don't know the Roanoke story? What?
So the Roanoke story was like a civil war
Did you
that
hear
happened.
Hey, shh! Did you guys hear that?
Was
Might
it
have
a
been a
fart?
ghost. No, it was a ghost. There was some
Ghost fart.
random noise.
Part of your soul.
Did you guys hear
The
that?
only Roanoke
Shh,
I know about
shh,
is the
shh,
ones
hold
where
on.
people disappeared.
Yeah.
No, I knew
And
this
never
building was
were
haunted.
found or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what they were saying was like Roanoke was based on a.
Ah,
Civil
there it was
War,
again.
And there's a blood red moon or something like that, and then all of a sudden, all the people that disappeared showed up, and they were all dead. They're all like, some of them were decapitated and shit like that, like a kind of like an invisible army had came and wiped them out.
Huh.
Well, there was hidden tunnels and shit like that in the yard. There was also another family that was that lived close by that were kind of like rednecks and shit like that. That were trying to chase off the families that were living there.
This one, yeah.
And from what I understand is that some new family, whatever, had moved in there not knowing the original story of Roanoke, had fucking painted the walls or whatever, and like the next fucking day it was like, get the fuck out or some shit like that on the walls. Like wallpaper was ripped down, shit was moving around in the house, and up until the red moon and shit like that, they started seeing people standing outside the house, like the old soldiers or whatever. But they, instead of them being invisible like ghosts, they were the missing soldiers or some shit. But yeah,
Did you think that was real?
they made an actual report on that, like a whole documentary based on that, and that's the reason why the American Horror Story film came out, because it was based on a true story.
Well, that I mean,
'Cause they had a film crew that came
real
out
is such a funny thing because that's almost like the Bell Witch.
Bale Witch.
Like, the Bell Witch. So the Bell Witch was actually investigated by like
The Blair
the
Witch.
the Bell Witch, Tennessee. So the Bell Witch was actually investigated, and there was reports written and this and that. It was a property dispute over a couple hundred acres because it was like 6 inches over the property line for however many acres.
Mhm.
So it was, a lot of property. But when the town sided with one family over another, that lady cursed them, and then the kids died, and this happened, and that happened. So much so that what was it?
19th century Bell family.
Yeah, there was a president that came and fucking like looked to see if it was actually haunted.
Gotta pee?
Yep. Don't talk about me while I'm gone either.
Yeah, we would never.
We,
do
No,
we make
you
no
wouldn't do that.
guarantees.
I would never do that.
It'll take you too long to get out there anyway.
Yeah, so and that's part of the hard part with, well, they made an official report on it. Well, yeah, but does that prove anything?
Well, there was actual documentation and incident reports that were written up by the police when they showed up after the film crew had died. Some of them were decapitated, some of them were dead, but they had wrote a story based on the fact of how many dead bodies they found after the night of the red moon or blood moon or something like that. How many people were actually dead on that property? Of people that happened after that event.
So, do you guys actually believe this shit? Because I have a hard fucking time believing any of this. Like, I'm not a spiritual person, I guess, and I fucking don't believe any of it ever.
I think there's a lot of stuff that happens that we have no fucking clue and we can't understand. But I think sometimes when people try to explain it, it's them trying to assign some sort of thought process to something they know nothing about. So, kind of. I believe in ghosts, I believe in that sort of stuff, but not in the way of like, oh my god, you're haunted. You
You're
know,
like, oh, that's a ghost. It's a ghost.
No, it's they talk about a multiverse or that sort of stuff. Maybe that's what we're experiencing. Something that's gone. I don't know. I feel like there's something there. I've experienced enough weird shit to think, it's possible. But not enough to go, oh, you saw a red moon with 1 million dead soldiers and then you found their bodies? Oh, yeah, that has to be real.
Yeah, where are the bodies? That would be
Yeah.
my question. It's like, are there? Where's the bodies? Can I see those? At least then I would have something to more base an accurate thought on, because I don't believe it for a fucking second.
Yeah.
Looking it up right now.
Something about this conversation reminded me. I was watching Daniel Tosh,
Yeah.
and he was doing his "Is It Racist" segment. This isn't that bad, but he was going through Google and like typing in what Google auto corrected it to,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Yeah, growing up like in the Mideast, a lot of people are really scared of the scarecrows that run out in the fields and think that maybe there's some better way to do this. So let's search for, am I scared of hay people? And see what Google autocorrects it as. That's right, they're homophobic. So every time hay people, you got to be really careful of those hay people. Guarding them crops.
Well,
General Andrew Jackson heard stories about the Bell Witch and decided to investigate himself in 1819. Some believe he had property on the Red River and stopped by the Bell farm when he was in vicinity. And others say 3 of John Bell's sons had fought under him at the Battle of New Orleans, so he wanted to visit them and offer his assistance. As soon as Jackson and his entourage entered the Bell property, one of their wagons became stuck. Despite their best efforts, the wheels simply would not turn, and Jackson declared that it was the doing of a witch. It's got to be a fucking witch. I mean, these
burn her anyway.
Dude, we've been rolling these wheels for the last 150 miles, no problem. We get here in the mud, and fucking they won't turn. It's clearly a witch. Look, what else floats?
Bread, apples,
Ducks.
very small rocks, churches, lead. Oh, what a good movie!
Are you making fun of Andrew Jackson?
No, this is about Andrew Jackson going to visit the Bell Witch.
Oh, yeah.
According to legend, a disembodied voice then said, "All right, General, let the wagon move on. I will see you again tonight." At the farm that evening, one of Jackson's men proclaimed he was a witch tamer. Like, if we were all drinking and there was nothing better to do, I'd fucking proclaim I was a witch tamer. Like, that's not far off. I'm almost going to tell you guys I'm a witch tamer right now. So if there's a witch, I'm going to tame that bitch.
Tame the bitch.
Tame that bitch. And had a silver bullet that would kill any evil spirit he came across. No sooner were the words out of his mouth than he began screaming and jumping around, shouting that he was being pricked with pins and beaten. The disembodied voice reverberated throughout the air once more, saying another fraud would be revealed the following day. Jackson's men begged to leave, but the general convinced them to stay put for at least one night. So, yeah, I mean, that's fucking Andrew Jackson saying that the Bell Witch is real and his guys had all these things. But, I mean, they were probably drunk. Let's be real.
They had to be. I mean,
It's like the early 1800s. What else are you going to do? Like, they're on somebody else's property in the middle of nowhere.
the early
There's no
1800s, that kill Indians if you're Andrew Jackson. Or is that
there's
Andrew
no-
Johnson?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
remember which one it was.
There's no prostitutes. So,
One of those Andrews proclaimed that
there's
only
a lot
good
of mercury
Indian
going
is a
around in
bad
those
one.
days.
there's a dead one. It was one of him that quoted that.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. He's one of those Andrews. Jacksons, I mean. Presidents.
Oh.
He wanted Indians gone.
I am for real. There was a lot of mercury going around.
A lot of syphilis going around.
Yeah. Do you know what the difference is between an oral thermometer and a rectal thermometer?
Huh.
How bad it is when it breaks inside of you?
On that note, I think we're about done with this podcast for tonight. What about
No, Justin's reading something because he's got an epiphany. Let's put the cameras on him.
Zoom in.
There's a bunch of mysterious deaths based on news film crews that were shot and killed. One of them was by a guy that said that he was possessed.
His head spin around.
Name Vester Lee Flanagan, the second, 41. He killed 2 employees of WDBJ journalists. Yeah, but apparently there was a bunch of, like, one of the articles that I was reading was talked about, like, an actual film crew that was there to make a documentary. They had all ended up dead. This one specifically talks about ex-broadcaster kills 2 on air in Virginia shooting.
Sorry, I just Bidened. My bad. That could mean a lot of things. I could have shit myself. I could have raised gas prices, or I
Could have
could have.
sniffed somebody.
2 things to remember, my friends. Made in America.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. There's a lot of interesting stories. Like the guy who fucking told everybody about Area 51 and said that he's seen aliens and shit like that.
Bob
Oh.
Lazar.
Yeah, Bob Lazar, and
worked
said that
on
he
him.
had
So,
video
does
footage
that-
and FBI came and raided his house, but never had proof.
See, I
Yeah.
believe that story. I do.
Kinda, yeah. Bob Lazar is interesting. Like, I've
gaslit him?
seen a lot of stuff on him.
Oh, what?
So,
Pasta, is he a Republican? Is that why he's a clown?
Bob Lazar is a clown. No, it's because he's not Polish. That guy only likes people who are Polish. It's kind of racist.
He's a grifter.
So,
Yeah, but remember before that shit, he was the first one to start talking about aliens and said that aliens were real, and then the government said no, they're not, and then as of last year they started releasing videos of UFOs in the Navy.
Bob
that they
Lazar
caught.
was like, yeah, huh? And then the government was like,
Nuh-uh.
nah.
Liar.
Yeah. You remember? It was awesome. Where's the eye roll emoji?
You must be using an iPhone.
Bob Lazar made shit up about unstable elements.
How do you
Well,
know he
there
made
are-
shit up? Were you there to see whether or not he
There
made
are
shit up?
unstable elements.
Yeah, there's many unstable elements.
Which elements are we referring to?
Dark matter is one of them. I don't think his stories are all bullshit.
I don't either.
Yeah, where's your proof? Where's your proof that they're all bullshit? I would believe like 50%.
Yeah.
I
What
think
about the
most
military
people-
base in Nevada that nobody knows about?
Well,
Which one?
what if
Are,
nobody
are
knows
you
about
talking?
The
No,
one they
because
do all the
there's
secret
several.
projects
So Groom Lake has
Oh,
Area
yeah.
51 is just one part of Groom Lake.
Yep.
There is an actual Air Force base there.
Mhm.
Well, you could talk to Mr. Dan over here, who lived in Pahrump, Nevada, and knows lots of things about that area.
Yeah, show his face now. Here, government. Here's a guy who knows a lot of stuff about you.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Do you guys
Yeah.
want his license plate number? Let me take a camera outside.
Hey, Art Bell used
I'll
to.
show you what he's driving.
Art Bell used to have his radio show from Pahrump.
Was
Everybody-
Art Bell coast to coast?
Yeah, kind of. It was just similar.
But who did
thinking
coast
that-
for coast or coast to coast?
Uh,
Because that was the weird one where people
Space
were
Ghost.
calling. No,
Space Ghost,
I
it was
wish it
the
was
Ghost.
Space
no, it
Ghost.
wasn't Space Ghost.
Did you know Aqua Teen Hunger Force started with Space Ghost Coast to Coast?
No.
Yeah, they came. I'll send you a video tonight. Like, it's great. Anyways, no, Coast to Coast was like the one that people would call and be like, "I'm a time traveler," and tell all these stories.
Same with
like,
Art Bell. Same deal.
Was Art Bell the same thing?
Yeah.
Who in the fuck did Coast?
I
to
know who you're
Coast?
thinking of. I can see his face. I
Yeah.
can't think of his name.
85.9% of all of Nevada is owned by federal property entities.
There you go. That proves it.
85.9%.
They are.
So that's not the government's property. That's
That's federal.
our. That's our property.
No, that's federal land.
No, that's our property. We should all have that property, right?
well, I think that.
Have you seen the
should
hand
be
scanner clip?
84.9%, 45.3%
George Norrie. Is that who you're thinking of?
30% Washington, 53%
George
Oregon.
Norrie. Yeah, that's got to be him.
George Norrie or Nor. I don't know how you say his name.
So, Dan, you lived in Pahrump. What interesting things did you hear while you were living in that area of Nevada?
I've seen a lot of interesting things in the sky. Way late at night. Under various.
Different
Conditions.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of weird shit that goes on there. The only thing I really personally witnessed that I can say, oh, fuck yeah, was when we were taxiing down the runway, having just landed at McCarran Airport, and seeing the Janet Airline unmarked 737s all the way down at the other end.
Oh, the ones that fly to Area 51 every
Yes,
day?
those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was just listening to something on that. The red flights or whatever they call them.
Yeah, that sounds right. Or
yeah,
black flights
They
or whatever
close
they
all
are.
the window shades. They don't let. Yeah.
Yep.
Very compartmentalized.
Yeah, and it's you don't go through the main airport. There's a second little entrance you go
Right.
through. They
It's a-
scan you. They put you on the plane, and you're out.
It's way past the
Yeah.
airport terminal. It's
Yeah.
at the end of the runway. I've seen that with my own eyes.
What do they call? There's a
In fact, I filmed it.
fuck.
You're on a
Really?
list.
Yeah, now you're. No, there's a thing called the Y-Files, and they did a little explanation on those flights. And fuck, I must have saw that in the last couple weeks and thought, well, that's cool. Because yeah, it's literally there's a bunch of employees there that they can't house. They don't have anything for. Area 51 is just one part of that complex.
Yeah, S1 is the part that Bob Lazar was talking about.
Correct.
Which is a
Yeah,
separate
and
thing.
that's again, believe Bob Lazar or not, but before Area 51 was even confirmed, he was talking about it as well as this S1, which wasn't they never confirmed it, and he was talking about all of that stuff. So like, there might be good portions of his stuff that's bullshit, but
Well,
there's a possibility that some of it's based in fact.
and there's no
So-
denying that secret project, high fucking technology shit comes out of there.
Yeah,
You know, SR-71, for instance,
yeah. Well,
Nightingales.
I think a lot of them.
F-117.
Skunk Works does a lot of stuff out of there.
They're
Lockheed
They
Martin.
probably have a department there. I'm sure.
Yeah,
But everything's so compartmentalized. You don't, like
yeah.
this is the gas cap. It goes here, but they don't know what the rest of the fucking thing.
Well,
is.
for the longest time, Area 51 didn't even show up on Google Maps. You
I
can
know.
find it now.
It was all.
Yeah, it was all blurred out, so you couldn't see the individual
Did you-
buildings and the taxiway and stuff like that.
So was Galkina, Alaska, after that. Heart.
So on the the westward expansion of the United States, Groom Lake was an area that people actually stopped at to wait to move on. So it was a resupply and all that sort of stuff. So there was a guy who, like, I saw that, I read this story not that long ago, but he was an archaeologist and looking into early American history, and he wanted to get to Groom Lake to walk the path. He had walked every other part of the path other than
I've
what
seen
goes
that
through
story.
Area 51. Yeah.
So he
And
snuck on the
he
base.
snuck on the fucking base and walked it.
Yeah. And supposedly didn't get caught.
Yeah. Allegedly, they didn't catch him because they were going to let him go view this small part under like heavy cover, and he'd have security, and he'd only be able to look through this little part. But it was whatever the part was it was an area they would have passed through. He wanted to look through where the campsites would have been. So to get to those, he had to fucking sneak into Area 51, and he did
negative.
it. Yeah. Just awesome.
So they have all this technology for, for hearing people walk and everything. How come they didn't catch him? That's my question. Is he real, or is he just full of bullshit?
It's another question. If the alien technology that we're finding is real, and they have all of this crazy stuff,
They erased his
then
mind.
how is this guy able to do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, a lot of people say alien technology is the reason we have the fucking microchip and the microwave oven.
Well, I remember citing something called the Looking Glass or Operation Looking Glass in the past. I think this is episode 4 or whatever, and it's actually a real thing. It's a code name for Airborne Command and Control Center operated by the United States. In more recent years, it has been more officially referred to as the ABNCP, Airborne National Command Post. It provides command and control of U.S. nuclear forces in the event that ground-based command centers have been destroyed or otherwise rendered inoperable. In such an event, the general officer aboard the Looking Glass serves as the Airborne Emergency Action Officer and by law assumes the authority of the National Command Authority, which is over the president, and could command execution of nuclear attacks.
Wow.
So the Boeing EC-135C was named the Looking Glass, and this was a project that went on in the 60s. And I believe Bob Lazar was actually talking about this, but it said that the Looking Glass was initiated in 1961.
Well, it's fake news. It's fake news.
And operated by the 34th Air Refueling Squadron of Offutt Air Force Base. The mission transferred to the 38th Strategic Reconnaissance Squadron in August 1966, to the 2nd Airborne Command and Control Squadron in April 1970, to the 7th Airborne Command and Control Squadron in July 1994, and the USS Stratcom's Strategic Communications Wing 1 in October 1998.
So according to Pasta, there's a nuclear core buried on some farmland because one of those planes crashed.
Wouldn't doubt that, but I remember hearing a story about that was actually in Canada, and a plane was shot down. And
well, no, in the United States, somewhere in like the mid-United States, there's a fucking plane that dropped a bomb.
Oh,
dropped a nuke, but it wasn't armed. Thank fucking God.
Yeah, and it's still buried. Well, maybe
still
buried.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that they've got it, but there's also
who's they?
Whoever
the
ABCs are at this point. I would say the White House.
Are we
the White House?
Okay.
The White House has it, not Joe Biden. The White House.
Yep.
Because the White House controls everything.
But not the Twin Tower people.
No, that's Saudi.
Okay, good.
That's Saudi Arabia.
George Bush.
FYI. Well, I'm pretty sure that he was in cahoots with him.
Well, Bob Lazar, though, he's an interesting character. He built a hydrogen-powered Corvette that his driver, he drives it.
Who is that?
Bob Lazar.
Bob Lazar.
Huh.
Pasta says no, he did not.
No, he did not. He never started it up in the video. He's full of shit. I'm telling you, I'm the expert.
I didn't see it. It had to be true. I see.
Man, Bear Pig, it's real.
He's real. You think you would be excited for hydrogen-powered vehicles, which Kia is fucking making one. This next 2 years, I think they'll have a hydrogen-powered car on the market.
I don't think it'll be anywhere close.
Well,
to
no,
the
bad part is there's like 5 places in the United States you could fill it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I don't think it'll be even
But
based on the same.
what's
idea.
really
Now
sad
the North
is it-
Koreans are making those, right? Because they're our new allies.
Mhm. Yeah.
what's really sad
Yeah,
is that,
North
The White
Like,
House walked that back.
especially for somebody like Pasta, there is that's going to put a lot of Asian children out of work, like in lithium mines, and probably help the environment out. So it's really not a good thing.
Well, think about nuclear powered stuff too, like we were talking about last time. What happens if we start going nuclear powered? Because they're already talking about the first nuclear powered aircraft.
Nuclear.
Yeah, nuclear powered aircraft, which should get you
Nuclear.
from France to New York in 25 minutes or something like that.
For 30 years without refueling.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
Nuclear.
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 George
It's
Bush.
nuclear.
Nuclear.
It's not nuclear. It's nuclear.
Hey, you want to do the skull and bones? Do.
I can't talk about that. He's just another puppet.
Yeah. Did you ever? So this is conspiracy theory, and I can't completely talk on it. There was a thing going around about Senior. So Senior, we already know, like he was involved in Iran Contra. Like
He was
that's
the head of the
that's
CIA. So
yeah, that happened. Like there's no disputing that. However, one of his main field operatives was Barry. What it was?
Barry Seals.
Sotomore.
Seals.
What? No. What was B Rock's real name? Barry Sotomore. Was it Sotomore?
I'll have to look that
But
up.
either way, it was Barack Obama's dad was one of his field
Oh.
agents, and that's why like Obama was born in Hawaii. He ran that whole area, and then they talk about how he came in and was practically like a little nephew for the Bushes,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why they're so close. Like you'll see.
You mean the Bushes had a slave?
Yeah, the Bushes knew Obama well before he was ever a politician or before anything happened.
Well, it's like the other conspiracy theory too,
Like,
where
that's weird.
Justin Trudeau or whatever was a kid, and there's pictures of Justin and his mom, and Fidel Castro is actually holding him as a baby.
That's where
Have you
that
seen
come
that
from.
picture?
No.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Let's see.
I was wondering where that came from.
Well, a lot of these kids are groomed, and that's where the other conversation came from with Gavin Newsom,
And
how
the
he's actually
Pelosi's,
tied to
yeah.
Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, it's fucking Nancy Pelosi's nephew, essentially through marriage, but
Really?
still related.
Man, they breed like lizards.
I wonder why, though.
If you're in the chat, say hello.
Yeah, all two of you.
Yeah, all
We
two
know
of you.
Pasta's there.
Let's see.
Who else is still here listening to this bullshit? Like, this is ridiculous.
Just need more of those.
Yeah, I know. No, I have it. When we want to talk about crazy off-topic stuff, like I've got a buddy who's got to come.
I'm gonna come. Oh my god, I'm gonna come. The fucking video, dude.
That's the one that got me kicked off Facebook. That got my original Facebook shut down and kicked off. Was a "Do not come" from Kamala Harris. I'm gonna come. There's Donald Trump.
Fucking so funny,
Yep.
dude.
Facebook was like, "That's not funny," and I tried to appeal that it was funny. They didn't find it funny.
And they nuked you over it?
Jeez.
Yeah, that's Fidel Castro and Justin Trudeau.
Well, I don't know what Justin Trudeau looked like as a baby, so that might not be
That's
him.
his actual birth pictures. It's on
So
the
he,
internet.
Fidel Castro,
Yeah, it's
bore
by the
him.
Guardian. Guardian doesn't bullshit.
Yeah, no, the Guardian's always real.
That's him, huh?
Yeah. The Guardian doesn't lie. Yeah,
It's
there's-
on the internet,
there's-
so it must
well,
be
there's
true.
more pictures. I mean, this is even on Twitter. Twitter never lies.
Twitter never lies. Yeah.
So that's another picture.
Yeah, but that could be any baby.
Yeah,
They all look like little old men.
prove that's Trudeau.
No problem. Give me a minute. Oh, never mind. You're right. That's Ghislaine Maxwell. Sorry, guys. That's Ghislaine. I don't know why it's in black and white though.
I believe it's Jizz Lane.
Ghislaine.
Dan,
Oh,
how have
man.
you enjoyed this podcast so far?
It's been kind of a tough one. They look alike. They
There you
do. They're twins.
There's another one.
It's a tough one, but I always enjoy this kind of stuff.
There's another one.
Hmm.
Did you ever see the conspiracy about?
That's going to give another reason for Pasta to be jealous of Justin Trudeau. Like, not only is he the socialist, but his mom also had sex with Fidel Castro. Pasta's going to be like, why can't my life be perfect?
And he had like unlimited cocaine stashes. That's crazy.
Yeah. Son of a bitch. And he gets to live in Canada.
That is not. It's not all it's cracked up to be, eh?
Oh shit. Well, I don't know that she hasn't. I'm just
Margaret
betting.
Trudeau?
Do you have pictures?
Who is your real father, Pasta?
Margaret Trudeau. That's Justin Trudeau's mom.
Conjecture.
Oh, drop my vape.
Now there's 3 people in here. Are you actually? Are there 3 people
Conjecture.
actually in here?
No. One of them's your mom.
That was earlier.
It very well could be your mom.
She's not
She
on
was
anymore, is she?
No, I doubt it.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to watch this shit.
No, it's kind of stupid, but that's okay. We enjoy it.
Well, I mean, that's what it originally was supposed to be. Just getting together and having.
Is that how
like
it works? That you can't prove she didn't? Prove Trump's not Jesus. I think that one's through the goalpost.
All right.
What was the other one? Barron Trump and Donald Trump. They're time travelers or something like that. That's the newest conspiracy. That's
Oh no, because there's some book that was in like the federal library
Yeah, I
about
read
a
that.
Barron Trump coming. I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like, huh, okay. So we've got a time traveling president that hates foreigners. Awesome. He must know things to be this racist.
Yeah, think about it. Yeah, that's why he did so good. He already knew what to do. Right?
Yeah.
I know that he's one of Pasta's favorite subjects.
Mine too.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
The economy is better now. Build back better. It's been built.
Margaret Trudeau
Yeah.
spouses Cuban President Fidel Castro, holds her youngest son. Yeah. That is a real image of Margaret Trudeau and Justin Trudeau.
Your eye roll emoji won't
With
stop
Fidel
this
Castro.
Trump train from happening.
You can't even make an eye roll emoji. That's how broke he is living in Seattle.
live
Biden
in
forgets to
Seattle?
roll his
Oh,
eyes
man.
halfway through.
He rolls someone else's eyes.
Wait, what was I doing? Oh, let's.
And 4D
I don't.
eyes.
Whose hands did I not shake? Why is there not people around me?
I think I just shit my pants, and I'm just gonna hold my.
Why
hands
is
for a
this
second.
chair squishy?
You know, for how much sniffing happens, I'm surprised he can't smell his own shit, or he just doesn't care.
He's just off the rails. He's just old, super old. And
Did you know this? Now, this is a weird fact about Biden. We talk a lot of shit, but here's a crazy thing. Did you know he's a huge Marilyn Manson fan?
No.
Yeah, he loved the first album. Smells Like Children. Biden, that was his jam.
where's the drums?
I was gonna say probably up until the part where he learned that Marilyn Manson could suck his own wiener. That rumor came out,
I might be
Yeah.
into that too.
and I was like, oh,
Biden's like, that's bullshit. Let me watch.
how do I take out my ribs?
I am the senator from Massachusetts. You will let me watch. Joe Biden.
Oh my god!
Did you? That reminded me. Did I ever send you guys the meme of son of a bitch? I'm not funny if I can't remember what the fuck I was going to talk about. Post Malone. And it said Post Malone actually had 2 ribs added, so he didn't have to smell his own dick.
Oh, that's fucking funny.
Marilyn Manson is not normal. Definitely not normal.
No, there was a whole thing, and I don't know if you guys remember it off of MTV. Dennis Rodman had his own show, and like he married himself on that show, and like a bunch of fucking crazy stuff. And they almost canceled him immediately after Marilyn Manson came out, because Marilyn Manson was like, he made fucking Dennis Rodman look super tame, super normal. Like, no, this Dennis Rodman guy, he's out. This guy's cutting out ribs to suck his own dick. Like, fucking let's have him videotape himself.
And he's got the weird looking eye thing,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman won't get boob implants. All of that. That could you imagine how much people would love to watch basketball more? Like you've got Dennis Rodman just dunking on people with a huge set of tits. Like, basketball is awesome.
Oh, by the way, Hillary Clinton was one of the first to do blackface. Just FYI.
Who, Hillary?
Yeah, Hillary Clinton.
Oh, I doubt she was one of the first.
Yeah, at a party. Yeah, Hillary Clinton
There she is.
and Bill Clinton.
She didn't even go light. She went hard in the paint, man. That's holy shit.
She's a
She
crooked
dipped her
bitch, so
face
she
in it and
is.
sniffed it. Yeah, but the Naztec lines are pretty interesting, man, because apparently they're all over the world, and it ties to all the different pyramids and shit like that.
So that's the same theory with the ley lines. That
Yeah, that's the same thing.
One of the
Ley lines.
things with where they put military bases and why they won't back off of having military bases in certain places
Yep.
is because they're very strategic ley lines.
Yep.
And the lizard people who rule us want those ley lines controlled.
I thought they were in Peru and they were shaped like one's a spider. And what lines are those?
I don't fucking know.
You
yeah,
can only
so
see them
those
from the air.
You're talking about like the weird artwork.
I thought they were the Nazca or
yeah,
something. kind of-
Naztec lines.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so the Nazca line map actually.
Oh, I thought that said South American pop group. Oh, my bad. South American pop group? The Naztec lines?
Jesus. We're gonna get a lot of viewers on this show. I have a feeling.
This is awesome. No, these guys are hyper intelligent. This is fun to watch. they're not stupid at all. It's awesome. Like
It's not rocket science.
it's not brain science or rocket surgery. It's not rocket appliances.
Yeah, exactly.
I got 2 words for you. It's not rocket science.
Rocket Scientology.
Rocket Scientology.
Hey, you better watch what you say. Tom Cruise is gonna pop in here. He's gonna sue your ass for saying anything bad about Scientology.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I'm just saying, maybe he had it right. Because, I mean, here's the whole thing. There's a dome around the earth that's keeping all of our souls
It's flat, right?
here.
The Earth.
It would be easier if it was flat, but we don't have proof.
I think the Earth might just be.
Rocket Scientology.
All right, I'm pretty much done with this
So,
for tonight.
I don't know. See, we've been messing up. This whole time we could have done the NBR thing. This really, I think, would have added a lot to the conversation. We wouldn't have been
I
loud.
think a Quaalude would have added a lot to the conversation.
Dudes on lewd shit.
There we go. That could be that's what you could call
No,
it.
my dad can fix it. He's a TV repairman. He has an excellent set of tools.
All right, everyone. Well, it's been fun. It's been a blast. It's been real. It's been fun. It ain't been real fun though. So
Oh, come on.
we'll talk to y'all soon. I'm
Still
Mike.
better than CNN.
The moon does actually, in fact, give people autism. I have a cousin who used to stare at the moon all the time, and now all he can do is yeah. So
It's hollow, too.
it's accurate. My name's
It's-
Justin Lewis.
My name's Bryon Cakey.
And that's Dan. He ain't paying attention.
Dan, peace.
All right, everyone. It's been great. Thanks for watching this bullshit. We'll talk to you. We'll talk to you all soon.